2.5K. That way people know what they're coming to. Clearly, I'm just whiny that the only person who tried knowingly has their stuff set to private. I'm just miffed, okay? I'm just fucking miffed. I'll wait till Morton shows up. That's who I'll ask for help. Because I know who to ask. I just feel like when you know doing nothing does nothing, it's kind of like a waste of everyone's time. My glasses are fucked up. I was gonna put my contacts back in after my shower, but I just really didn't give enough of a shit. My contacts back in after my shower. My glasses are a little, like, wet still. They're a little blurry. I found IRL cheating. People who cheat at airsoft getting shot in the nuts. That sounds like my kind of shit, you know? Again, it's 2020 and every time we see somebody cheat, every time we see someone misinterpret being good at a game as cheating, I call them bad. Every time we see someone cheat, I call them egregious and terrible. Every time we see someone selling cheats, I tell them that they're being a dirty, dodgy scammer, whammer pants, and they should probably just charge people to install Folding at Home on their computer, because that's just as accessible, twice as funny, and doesn't make them lose their account where they get to talk to their one singular friend. You know? They just have, like, they likely have one friend. I'm just assuming that cheaters don't make good friend groups, you know? Because, like, I played quite seriously. Shit was dope. Serious players all play together. I didn't just play with my team, I played with other teams that needed a substitute sometimes. There were weird-ass times where there were tournaments, and I'd go from, like, team to team to team just to do my fucking best. I didn't drop the goddamn ball. Also, the tournaments were kind of like just small shit the community maintained between the larger Guild Wars ones. I've been creeping on the Guild Wars Reddit. I know that people are actually getting PvP back. They say there's a lot of bots there though, which is terrifying. So I'm possibly gonna go back to Guild Wars 1 just because, jokingly or hyperbolically, I was motherfucking God. Like, top 25 guilds, or top 20, not top 10 guilds, right? Means there's like 80 people. Means there's like fucking 20 monks. We all knew each other. At least one of those bitches is gonna still be around. Team Quitter forums are still present, so I can just hit up that and just see what's up. I didn't know Team Quitter forums were still going for a minute though. Because like everybody had a Team Quitter thing. Please visit Team Quitter if you're interested. Do you have the link to it? Because I don't... Oh, it is legit just teamquitter.com. Alright, cool beans. Oh, nope, it's for sale. Oh no, it's dead. So that old post is useless if fucking the QQs are dead. The fucking tagline of Team Quitter was chicks dig quitters. True. True. I love playing with the homies. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no shit. This fucking thread is 9 years old. Oh my gosh. Here, you can look at this with me. Who the fuck cares? Come on. Welcome to r/Guild Wars. 8 hours ago. I keep taking pics during BQ. Here are a few shots. I want my old account because I've got like 16-year-old gifts that I can open. And like I can like crack open some really fun shit. People have been in pre-searing the whole time. I've tried to like raise that maybe there are other games with similar PvP, but this game had a nice set of mods for it. Not many, not that in depth, but like little things for like quality of life, you know, that were like not hated by the devs. And these are things I don't remember how to find. How to check price mods, or there's some AI upscale texture mods. See, that's kind of cute. Looking for like upscale textures for this game. That's what's up. Umod can't download the DLL to new PCC. It's gonna be old, but let's see. I forgot its name. It's been like so long. It was just Guild Wars 2 box. Oh, it was text mod with minimal UI and cartography mod. That was it. It was text mod or text mod. I don't know. We'll see what Toolbox is doing. Just run text mod. Okay, we'll just poke here really fast. Fuck it. I'm just seeing what people have been doing in the last few years. Cautious about using text mod? Probably not. Like, everyone did it in ArenaNet knew. Like, the admins of ArenaNet knew we did this. Like, we'd talk about it with them in Lion's Arch, so maybe now, but I don't fucking know. They never seemed to give a fuck. I don't know. Oh, did we have someone saying don't do it? Love seeing it. We finally have an answer for the question. wiki.guildwars.com. Feedback updates 2024 would add some clarity around the policy regarding add-ons. Our general policies regard add-ons that provide a player with an advantage over other players. To increase the specificity of this policy, with respect to Guild Wars 1, I want to make it clear that using any addition in PvP violates that policy. Using add-ons would, it's here that using any add-on in PvP violates that policy. Using add-ons always has a risk. ArenaNet does not support any of these tools and has certain ANET staff did, but the core company never did. True. Can cause unintended, undefined behavior, especially now that there is more internal changes being made to the game. That said, I have been in contact with GW Toolbox developers and they have worked on a new interface to the game. It should be resilient to change. I asked them to ensure that Toolbox is not active in PvP maps, which they have also done. As such, GW Toolbox in its current state is permitted for use in PvE maps. Though ArenaNet reserves the right to change this determination in the future, we plan on adding this policy clarification to ArenaNet's code of conduct in the coming weeks. As a side note, I am aware that there are outdated arguments in the GWN client that I am working on updating to get which are available at arenanet.com legal. PvP maps includes random arenas. I heard RA is cooked right now. Like, I heard it's fucked. I love GVG. I love Heroes Ascent. I used to love fucking arena, or like I used to love arenas because it could be like it's just like a smaller group of people going in, and like, so me playing a monk, I'd have to occasionally I'd be a monk with like execute on my bar, so I would cause wound, which meant my other teammates didn't need to necessarily take a warrior because wound puts them down to negative 20% health, or it takes 20% of their health bar away. And so I'm just running around with like on my monk doing bleed and wound and just like, fuck it, who cares? You had to fucking go hard. And if you can do your positioning, who cares? What? Guild Wars Steam is a legacy version. Guild Wars on Steam is a legacy version. It's fine to determine. Guild Wars was first launched on Steam in 2009. We only sell game keys through Steam and do not utilize the Steam features. Consequently, significant effort is required to reconcile Steam purchases with our internal sales system. Due to the lack of previous integration between Guild Wars and Steam, certain development tasks would be more efficient. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I still have my old account. I can just I just wanted to avoid it because there's like mean people. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, there were a lot of, I was a child, there were a lot of predators. I just don't want to go back on that game, on that account some days. Or period. You know? It's something to be a little bit perturbed about by me. I just don't want to deal with them. I don't like them. I don't want to deal with it. I don't like it. Trade messages from selected locations. Oh, that's really handy. Being able to do crosstown trade. Ooh, I thought we already had timestamps. That's weird. I thought we already had that. I guess they're really trying hard to fix this trade shit. I mostly just did PvP though. And I'm gonna say I don't think the lobby would count as Hero's Ascent, which you could go LFG and like LFGing in. I'm not sure. I don't know. I would like clarity. Might find out sometime. Eligible accounts are available only to adult individuals 18 and older. If you're less than 18 years and wish to use the services, your parents or guardians must complete the registration process. My mom knew that I played this game, okay? So go fuck yourself. She knew that I did GVG. She knew who I played with. She knew everything I had to do. Like, she was she was aware. She did not like it when she found out that I was skipping school to do this. She was not very proud of that. That was very much not cool. What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? Besides, if I get my old account back, I've got this fucking Rec 7 or Rec 6 shield, which is really easy for a monk to spec to without dropping their other stats, which is like basically God. It is straight up God, dude. It is some fucking shit, dude. But I don't like PvE stuff. Like, I did the PvE at first. I got into this game because someone gave it to me from another game we did PvP in all the time, and they were like, hey, you'll like it. I'm sure you'll have fun. Oh my gosh, I got a Rec 7 or 6 shield. I have a fucking crystalline sword on that account. Like, I am decked out from Hero's Ascent. I am just like, I'm ready to go. God damn. All the expansions, ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go hard. Let's see, are there GVG guilds going on? Because I heard that Guild vs. Guild is still going. Old post. Fix GVG, no. Sort by new? Why is multi-launch allowed? Because sometimes you have to trade your character shit. You should use a launcher. Multi-launch is old and outdated. Also, why does me do logging into multiple accounts equals cheating? Maybe you want to advertise my guild on the account while I'm setting in halls waiting for a match. Valid, right? Or even just trading your stuff between, like, because then you can move it to the mule account and then to the different account. Let's say you're smurfing and being a shithead. We used to just have a command line argument to do that. Guild Wars support's always fun. Ooh, GVG Guild, let's go. What you doing? No one posted. Oh no. For more guilds, 1 comment. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna just roll up here. Holy shit, that's nifty. I don't have questions. I should have questions, but I'm not gonna ask them. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it. At least if I click the button, I'll see what, like, their banner is and what the fuck's up. Ooh. Gilbert's matchmaker. Okay, that's what's up. I mean, at this point, if it is this dry, I'm here for it. PvP server list, Guild Wars Global 2K, Team Quarter is still going, just only on Discord. That is so cool. Team Arenas has 130 people. That is actually sad. I used to love Team Arenas. Those were so fucking fun. Because it was like you'd take a few of the homies and like just work shit out. As soon as Assassins came out, everyone wanted to teleport. It was very silly. Very peak silly. Very, very silly. Very, very silly goober stuff to do. Okay. What's in this? There's stuff in here. No, we already watched the Halo cheater. Someone called... Oh, Nicholas Durio talks to Papa Gut about YouTuber drama with Hassan and Destiny and more. Yeah, it's 2025 and I'm still standing on those dudes need like the kind of support that you get by not being parasocialed on by the internet by everyone else's like hyperbolic equivalency fallacy bullshit, and they need like actual support as they grow as people, not whatever the fuck is going on. And you know, that's just where I'm gonna stay on that, because so far I haven't like seen another thing to give a fuck about. That just seems to be it. Oh my gosh, I found way too much of people like trolling on the fake blindfold run person. I say way too much, like, do you? But I found a multitude of it and I'm just not trying to like dive into it. Analysis of Pokemon's AI trainers. That's cool. Clear everything we've watched. Reload that watch later. Ooh-wee. Dank. 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 I also found a professor calling out plagiarism from their students, which I think is... This fits in way too well. This is perfect. This is us tint, if I've ever seen it. Okay. What? I gotta go like do leave-in conditioner soon anyway, so you'll eat my butt. We may watch Nick go over like in Papa Gut today. That could be like 10 levels of funny, because it feels like Nicholas Durio is trying to be like uncle to the internet and is just like the consistently disappointed, underwhelmed uncle to the internet vibe. And it's like, that hurts. It hurts my little hearty heart. Because like, you know, homie gets called some egregious shit and just looks like he's trying to like have faith until faith is ripped from under his nutsack. Who wants that to happen to them, right? That sounds painful. Brr. Hold on. Okay, I couldn't find any more. Oh my gosh, who was it that does, oh my gosh, who was going for the fucking emo rap people? Not Liam Donovan. No, there's someone else. Lyrics wasn't the one doing it. Not for the one I'm thinking about. It was somebody else. Oh my gosh, I'm spacing. What? Also, music cheaters. They're a whole different group of cheaters. I can't stop watching cheaters right now, okay? I just need it. They make me happy, I think. They make me catharsis mauled, okay? I guess that's more specific. Oh my gosh, World of T-shirts is in Japan? Yo, IRL streamers who go outside, stop going to Nippon. Like, everyone just don't. Like, not trying to be a dickhead when I say this, but the like level of insensitivity to people's fucking daily norms and how it's just getting trounced all over is like kind of garbage, you know? Like, just don't do it. I don't know, fam. Go to fucking... Where is it? Yeah. I mean, all I can say is there's like some places where there's some places where convictions for murder are only 30 years and y'all need to go fuck around there and find out. See what happens. Not encouraging you to, but I'm just saying, like, the juxtaposition between YouTubers being shitcakes and, like, you know, just streamers being, like, IRL streamers being shitcakes for kicks, and a place where someone could just glass that ass and not even see 30 years, that seems like a very interesting juxtaposition. Again, not something I'm here to recommend or encourage, but in terms of, like, ha-ha points, it's kind of winning, you know? Like, what else could you hope for? It's funny. Okay, maybe I've got a shitty sense of humor, but it does sound funny. Okay, I do have a shitty sense of humor, but it does sound funny, though. I don't know. What do you want from me? Also, when I was looking for how people have been challenging or addressing content ID on YouTube, one of the first things that is unrelated but entirely in line of the related post is someone on Reddit saying, how do I stop YouTube from recommending me politics posts? Sorry, mate, when I just have VTubers on a recommended, there's no escape. Just use another account. Is it the VTubers doing that too? No. Okay. I don't know, just do what I do. Call everyone partisan pricks. And just be like, hey, no, love your neighbor. Hey, no, love each other. Hey, just be kind. Be kind, be sweet. Be kind, be sweet. Have patience in your heart. Says the bitch that will gleefully just tell people to fuck themselves they're not being helpful. I see the fucking dilemma here. But you can't be mad at me. Or, I mean, you can. I mean, I'm mad at me. So I guess you can be mad at me. That's fine. I don't give a shit. Alright. I want to watch Coffee meme on a disaster meme coin because that's hilarious. An alleged casual streamer finding a skip that all the speedrunners missed. That seems like what's up. Like, we love accidentally vertex sliding. There's a thing called How Hate Killed the Truth that has just been on my recommended multiple days in a row, but let's hold off on that. I say after that, there's a Christian that's saying they disproved evolution and someone is reacting to them. That sounds hilarious. Ooh, let's start with airsoft cheaters. That's quite short, 11 minutes. 11 minutes of our life we'll never get back. Ooh, actually, no, we'll do that second. The rarest item in every Souls game. It's like 45. I can timestamp that. I can be useful. I can do the bare minimum. And then I'll probably pull up the Nick staring at Papa Gut thing for immediately right after. See, here's the thing. We already have a pretty, appropriate discourse on people that are doing age regression versus age play, where we take the moment to delineate the DID, and actual age regression are things that people would find in the DSM if they take two fucking seconds to read. And they know that it's not the sexualization of people, and people who fetishize people experiencing that are fetishizing someone who's feeling a state of amnesia and has quite literally regressed to the point of being a child, right? Because that is due to extreme trauma they received before they were able to develop some other tools which humans are expected to pick up between 12 years old and adulthood, you know? So it's someone predating upon people who have the efficaciousness to protect themselves as a 12-year-old. And that's why I stand on saying, if you are experiencing disassociation, or if you are experiencing a state of age regression in a clinical context, please get off the internet. And people that fetishize it, hyperbolically, but all cap, no filter, put them in jail. Just get rid of them. We don't need that. Get out. Go. Get the fuck out. No one likes you. Just get off. Get off the internet. Holy shit. Like, holy fuck. The people that fetishize folks going through amnesia and have now, and who genuinely go through age regression is just so fucking disgusting, gross. It is so fucking nasty. It is fucking pathetic. Okay, I said all cap. I said no cap. I said no cap, no filter, but I feel mean, but I still feel honest. And I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm sticking with it, because I say that because if I bring you over here, you'll see that that comes up here. And folks, again, even folks that predate upon folks going through actual regression, I want to take them to jail. I'm sorry, but take them to fucking jail. Just take them to fucking jail. Just get them out, put them on a list, take them to jail. They can leave. Are people who experience amnesia and have the same capacity to protect themselves as a 12-year-old still need protection? And people who take advantage of them, maybe they can just go to the hooscow and never come the fuck back out, you know? You ever get that feeling? I get that feeling. If you don't agree, out yourself. I have egregious things to do to you. Okay, we're gonna pause this. I don't know what game I want to play, if any, at the moment. I'm kind of like torn, you know? I'm torn. I'm torn like your great-great-grandpappy's bussy hymen is... Ah, shit, brother. Anywho's. Hi, hello, and howdy. Meh. I'm really excited to see that Guild Wars, like GVG matchmaking, is still a thing. I'm really excited to see that people have been flooding into the server. I'm actually really glad. Oh my gosh, there are people who have been playing the game since they were teens and now they're 38. Right, like people who've been playing this game, this is one of the best PvP experiences in an MMORPG. And genuinely to this day, no one has come close to what Guild Wars offers. It is such a good PvP experience. It is so good. I love it. It's 10 out of 10. I'm making time for something I need to do tomorrow. Eat my asshole. Okay, cool. We good? Because I want to see this airsoft person.
Every Souls game has thousands of items scattered across the world for you to find.
I want to see this airsoft person take it to the nuts for cheating. I think that sounds hilarious and up our alley.
Some items are really good and some items are really bad. But with this many items in the game, you're bound to miss a couple secret ones you might have wished you picked up. So in this video, we're going to show you the rarest item in every Souls game. The first item is the Penetrator's armor set from Demon Souls. Days after the Demon Souls remake came out, a user on Reddit found a locked door behind an illusory wall in World 1.3 that was not in the original game. This sparked other users, streamers, and YouTubers to spend weeks trying to find the answer. It was later discovered that by playing in the game's fractured mode, a mode which flips the world horizontally, you could find ceramic coins. These coins were located throughout each world stone and only appeared when your world tendency is either pure white or pure black. After searching for quite some time, the community had found 13 coins. However, you need 26 coins to trade with Sparkly the Crow, who is an NPC found in World 4.1 Island's Edge that allows you to drop items on the ground and trade for other items in order to get the key for the door. So this means you'll need to find all 13 coins in both a new game and New Game Plus playthrough. But after you've completed your quest and traded in all 26 coins to Sparkly the Crow, your reward is worth it. You are rewarded with the Penetrator's armor set, an iconic boss set from Demon Souls. This armor set was not included in the original game. When Bluepoint remastered the game, they thought it was fitting to add after years of Souls fans wanting to be the Penetrator. Next up is the Ghost Blade from Dark Souls 1. Unless you were very lucky on your playthrough of Dark Souls 1, you may have never even seen or heard of the Ghost Blade. This weapon has a 1% drop chance off the Banshees in the New Londo ruins. They are two ghosts with glowing red eyes. One can be found on top of New Londo ruins on a ledge, and the other can be found in front of a chimney of the house Ingward is on. Make sure you're using your symbol of avarice and have at least 10 humanity while in human form for maximum luck, so you can get this weapon. The Ghost Blade allows you to damage ghosts without the use of a transient curse, which is pretty neat. However, it's not the best weapon since it only scales E with strength and is upgraded with Twinkling Titanite shards. Other than that, it just has a standard dagger moveset. The other ghosts here can drop the Jagged Ghost Blade, which has the same drop chance, but drops more of the common ghosts in the area. This one is actually considered a curved sword, so it has the same moveset as a scimitar. With a good amount of bleed on the weapon and it only requiring 7 strength to wield, it makes it a great option for Souls level 1 runs. Would you believe me if the item in Dark Souls 2 was just a pickaxe? No matter how many times you have played Dark Souls 2, there's a pretty good chance you have never even seen this weapon. This is the pickaxe. In order to get it, you must first go to the Brightstone Cove. There you must aggro one of the pigs in the camp and have him follow you past the Prowling Magus boss fight arena all the way to the church full of spiders in Lower Seldora. This is not an easy task at all. The pig will get caught on doors and walls often, so make sure you maintain aggro. This can be
No, just clear the fucking path first. You're taking it to the mushrooms inside the room where there's a group of spiders. And once it's inside the mushroom room where the group of spiders are right before the boss, you're good. Just, that's all you gotta do. Love yourself. Clear the area first. We watched Illusory Wall wait for the small pig, because there's a small chance of a small pig. And I think it took like, what, 6 hours of like resetting, if memory serves, to get that. It was wild. I would not do it.
Easier by wearing the red eye ring, making his aggro radius larger. Also make sure all the enemies on the way are cleared. Once in the church, he will need to consume a small patch of mushrooms. After the mushroom patch is gone, the pickaxe will appear. The pickaxe is a good PvP weapon, and it's not bad in PvE either. It scales A with strength at +10 and does thrusting damage, so it does scale with the old Leo ring. For all the work you have to go through to get this weapon, I would say there are much better options. But if you're looking for a fun side quest or a rare item to show off to your friends, this is definitely it. The next
I mean, honestly, at this point, we do need to accept that the ice rapier is Irithyll rapier, maybe one of the two, is like goated. It's breakable as fuck, but goddamn, is it long and pokey and quick? It's a murder biscuit.
Next item is the Ring of Betrothal from Bloodborne. This rare item is buried deep within one of its Chalice dungeons. A Chalice dungeon is a system implemented in Bloodborne that allows the player to enter randomly generated dungeons with different chalices, and rights to add modifiers to the dungeon. With the endless amounts of possible dungeons, this leads to many rare items. However, for the sake of this video, I chose to go with the Ring of Betrothal because of how unique it is. You could argue the rarest item is Old Cold Blood or one of the runes, but as far as unique items go, this is the rarest. First, you must get a Thumira a heal chalice and have the Facted offering and curse right. I've seen it appear on different layers, and sometimes it doesn't appear at all, so you may want to use a Chalice dungeon code. After acquiring the ring, you can bring it back to Annalise, Queen of the Vile Bloods. Here you'll have the option to propose to her with the ring. Unfortunately, she declines, saying she has little need for a concert, and essentially doesn't want to ruin your life. Unlike other Souls games where rings benefit you, this ring does nothing, so it's literally useless. Moving on to Dark Souls 3, the rarest item is the heavy crossbow. There are a ton of low drop chance weapons in Dark Souls 3, but I find this one to be the most surprising. Although you might think it is a common weapon, you might be surprised to find out the heavy crossbow is a low drop chance off of only one mob in the entire game, and on a casual playthrough, you will most likely run past this Cathedral Knight. Head to the Cleansing Chapel bonfire and exit the shortcut on the left-hand side of the room. Take the elevator up and climb the ladder just outside. Behind the deacon in this room will be a broken wall. Go there and then drop on top of the beam walkways. The heavy crossbow has a chance of dropping from the single knight wielding a crossbow on the left side of the rafters. Alternatively, you can shoot him down from below and he will fall to the ground level. However, if you are using this method, make sure you have the cat ring equipped so you don't take damage jumping down after him. This weapon is by far not the best crossbow in the game, considering most crossbows are the same, but if you pair it with explosive bolts or a great shield, it can be quite viable for PvP or PvE. The next and final item is the Haligtree Crest Great Shield from Elden Ring. Unlike every other item on this list, this shield is one of the best items in the game. It can easily help you beat the final boss of the base game before you even get to the difficulty that is Shadows of the Erd Tree. The Haligtree Crest Great Shield can only be dropped by one specific Haligtree Knight in the graveyard beside the church at the bottom of Elfil, Brace of the Hallig Tree, and only has a 4% drop chance, so you might want to equip the Silver
That's not
Scarab
bad.
Talisman and munch on some Silver Falfeet to increase your item discovery. All other Hallig Tree Knights, regardless if they wield this shield, will not drop it. To reach the knight, go to the drainage channel side of Grace, head outside, and follow the roots to your left. Drop down onto the first support beam that slopes down to the right. Halfway down there is a branch to your left you need to drop down to. Cross the branch.
Like, don't we have fractional drop chances that we have to deal with? So, like, I'm pretty sure that some shit is like a fractional. And I could be wrong, but like, that's first off. It's a whole fucking integer, not a float. That is a big drop chance. Like, oh my shit. Isn't the commoner's headband less easy to get than that? Commoner's headband altered. I'm pretty sure that one's even weaker, but I love that armor piece. Oh, there we go. Drops by commoners, narrow capital, non-altered commoners. Oh my gosh, but what are your drop rates, you fucking goofball? This one's pretty low. I'm pretty sure it's pretty low. The commoner's headband? It's like my favorite headband. It is the one thing that I will always go out of the, especially if I'm like wearing, like, you know. The only drop altered? Bro, can one of y'all just please having it dropped? What are the rates on it, you fucking goobers? How dare you? Wait, did I miss this? I'm just seeing if it's like in here. Where the fuck do you find drop rates outside of waiting for people to fucking data mine the game? What? What? Okay, hold on. Item with the rarest drop rate? Watch it be here. Not watch it be here. Watch it be, oh. Well, fuck you. Increase drop rate. Drop calculator V1. There we go. Please. Please love me. 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 Please. Please love me. Please love me. Do it. 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 Do it, bitch. God damn it. It still hasn't said it yet, but the commoner's headband altered. It's like my favorite. Garb of a rune-cursed citizen, a headband with the cloth removed. Standard wear for commoners in the lands between. Only there are no commoners remaining, with their wits about them. So adorable. How the fuck? What the fuck is the drop rate on it, though? Can't y'all bitches, like, please? I bet someone made a spreadsheet, even though I hate spreadsheets. Drop rate calculator? Oh, I love you. Oh, I hate you. I hate you. I think. I don't know. I think I hate you, but I don't know if I love you or not. It's really full item checklist, undetermined data mined resource collection, motion, scaling, miscellaneous, PvE, hyper armor. I mean, okay, no, this is actually perfect. I'm putting this in chat right now. Unintentional, really good find right there. Unintentional banger of a find. Okay, but first off, this is my favorite armor piece. Secondly, can I type? Is it possible to get it as a drop? It's possible, but it's rare enough. I feel like one of those you only get when you aren't trying, as far as I know, if you're doing it. There we go. Did I find it? Shit, brother. Armors and talisman, helms. Do you say drop rates here? You bastard. You bastard. Bastard. I've had it for about 6 months and didn't know it was a big deal. Got mine. Lol. Got it within 15 minutes after they made the post. Sometimes you gotta whinge a little bit first. Drop rate calculator. NPC data spreadsheet. Da, 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 da. Sure. Just gimme. I don't give a fuck. Runart, what's your item? I don't care about my item discovery. I just want data. Yeah. 1.5. It is 1.5. The drop rate on my favorite headband, 1.5. And I would do anything for it. It is so fucking good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The Celebrants items, which gives you runes on hit, are still very rare. Octopus head as well. Noble's Estoc, I would never have guessed it was that weird, that rare. I don't care about the Aristocrats headband. I think it looks very gaudy, honestly. But for real though, the Commoner's headband altered 1.5% drop rates. So fucking worth it. Cutest headpiece in the game. Cutest by
and
miles.
fall
Thank
onto
you,
the
Wes.
ledge. From here, jump to the church balcony and drop on the knight. This stylish
Yep.
shield requires 38 strength and has the highest holy resistance in the game, making it perfect
Like,
for fighting Radagon.
It's not gonna be like very. It's gonna. Oh wait, there's also this one. Lol. This one's a little bit more sortable. Wait, what? Bruh. Okay, there we go. Was unused. Okay, hold on. Altered 1.5, 1.5. Oh, just from everything it's 1.5. By the commoners, commoner's spear, and more commoners, which are unused. It's so worth it. It's such a good item. It's like so good. I hope you know that I'm gonna keep waxing on about the item. I'll make sure we have both spreadsheets in the chat. If you're looking at the VOD, I'll give you the sortable as fuck one, because I forgot to start our timestamps for today, so that'll precede the VOD of the VOD link for what we're watching. Actually, no, I'll put them both in together. Butterfly in the sky, I can fly twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, reading Rainbow. I can fight anyone. I really fucking can, though. Not like and win, but I can still fight them.
And the Elden Beast, since they do so much holy damage. Those are all the rarest items in every Souls game. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you like this video, I'm sure you'll like this video where I cover.
I have to talk shit. Is this how we spell Willikers? Golly gee Willikers. How do I spell the Willikers of Golly gee Willikers? Why am I a piece of shit? Willikers! Thank you. Golly gee Willikers, it's pretty as. It really is. Okay, I get that everyone likes their own shit differently. I'm just saying that that's my favorite. I think it's pretty. I like it. I love it. It's a cute little headband. It goes around real nice and cute. It's fucking great. It fucking murders. It's so pretty.
Cover the evolution of the Moonlight Greatsword in every From Software game.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
See the Scaleless. We're gonna watch an airsoft cheater get shot in the nuts.
Welcome back.
Don't cheat. So, again, if you're bad, I'm bad. That's fine. We can suck together. I'm terrible. I'm egregious at everything I attempt to do with my life and time. I'm a garbage person. I'm not a waste management person. Those folks are awesome and outstanding and make it possible for you and I to live. No, I'm a garbage person, which is, to be specific, I am trash incarnate. I am just egregious. When you wake up in the morning and you smell the nasty on your morning breath, that's like 10 times cooler than I'll ever be. Okay, cool.
To this new series where we take a look at the most memorable, worst and best moments in airsoft history, all voted for by you guys. This week I asked you to vote for the worst cheaters you've ever seen caught on camera, and holy shit, some of these guys are unbelievable. Before we get started, I want to say thank you to this week's sponsor for helping making all of this possible, the mechanized mobile destruction game called Cats. With playing Cats, the objective is to create
Got cat tractors, trailers, whalers, balers, hailers. I hail from Wellington, where the whales govern our local society. Okay, this does look kind of cute, but I don't like go encouraging quick burn mobile games, and also I'm not one to encourage mobile games. Just get on your computer and play a proper game if you have access to one. You know, why are you so bitchy, streamer? Well, glad you asked. I'm bitchy on account of I think you deserve better, but also, do you really want to run the risk of having to check the permissions for what you install on your phone to make sure you're not about to like be the data leak of your whole friend group? No, neither did I. Cool, good enough. Now, I'm first to say, I do like Shattered Pixel Dungeon, but I have that on the Steam Deck.
Let's call him Juggernaut John the Cheater. That shot missed. Let's try again. That was a clear hit. And the
And the
ref
head
isn't
came
really
out.
helping by keeping his eyes shut. John even reacted to the
Why is
hit,
it against the
but
rules?
didn't call it. Let's
Wait,
just
why is it against the rules to do
To
this?
enter the
Hold on.
hunting for you. First, a clip by Novrich. Cheater gets shot in the nuts.
let's call him Juggernaut John the Cheater.
Juggernaut
That shot
John the
missed.
cheater?
Let's try again. That was a clear hit. And the ref isn't really helping by keeping his eyes shut.
They covered up who the ref's with.
John even
kinda
reacted to the
cute.
hit,
I respect
but
that.
didn't call it. Let's just shoot him once
Like, they may
more
not be
to see what
helpful.
happens.
But don't send hate to the refs.
And again, clear hit on the elbow.
That's for
I
the
could hear
players who were
impact on
there,
his BDU
not you.
even from my position. There is no way that he isn't aware of his cheating.
But how is it cheating? I'm sorry.
Another clear hit. And another clearly
I don't
drunk
play
ref.
airsoft, so I
Come
don't
on,
know.
John. Get your ass back to the respawn.
I don't airsoft, so no. How is it cheating?
Alright, enough of that.
Is it because they're
Let's
not
shoot him in the
responding?
balls.
Oh my gosh, no. This part I do understand. They got shot and they're not reacting. They're not going back. Okay. It makes sense. I thought there for a moment, I thought it might be their positioning, and I thought that they were like shouldn't be behind the table, the chair. I thought they shouldn't be laying down. I thought maybe it was because they were consistently turtling behind cover. But instead, it is literally that they got shot and they are not fessing up to it. They should be walking their sorry ass back to start. Alright, that's what's up. I just didn't get it at first, because again, I'm not an airsofter, so I wouldn't have noticed that at first. Let me, like, creep those comments real quick. Full auto? No. Why you playing with full auto? If someone cheats, it's fair game to absolutely destroy them in every way possible. Cheaters exist. Full auto, allow me to introduce myself. A player doesn't call hits after getting hit 5 times. Shame, what a shame. Pulls out a real gun. Don't do that. Don't. I love the rapid venom one when he turned around with no hesitation and lights him up. That kid at the end learned a very valuable lesson that his parents never taught him. Sportsmanship is a really easy lesson to learn. Then again, I was pushed into martial arts when I was like super young. Like if it's before my stepdad was around, it was between like 10 and 11 or something, if not younger. One of my mom's friends was determined to get me to do that, so obviously it wasn't the best response to just blast the kid in quotes. No, it was the best response. Yeah, I'm gonna take a side on this. Don't be rude to kids off rip, right? Like, don't go hitting them and being rude. However, for cheating in a game, teach them what that means. You teach everyone what that means. Treat them like a person with the same dignity you would a grown-ass bitch. If they cheat in a video game or in an IRL game, they need to understand the weight of those consequences and what circumstances they have sown for themselves. Treat them with the same, just enough respect and decency to treat them like a motherfucker would. Like just any other motherfucker does it. Don't be a prejudiced bitch. They cheat. Light them up. Maybe don't shoot them explicitly. Don't shoot them in the balls. But damn, this is funny.
Alright, enough of that. Let's shoot him in the balls.
Base, let's go.
He actually got shot 4 times before he got shot in the nuts. And from this distance, that still must have hurt. In Austria, where Novrich plays, the FPS limit is 550, which is quite a bit more than what is allowed everywhere else. So this dude thought it was worth it to endure the pain of the first 4 shots, like on the elbow, and on the shin, and on the leg. Like, goddamn, these are bony places, that hurt.
I mean, like, maybe they've got elbow pads and knee and shin protection under their clothing too, though. Like, you don't know.
Man, before finally giving up and also leaving his children behind. I'm not sure that was worth it, John.
I mean, at least it wasn't an eyeball.
Next clip coming up from
That's what's
Affinity
up.
Airsoft.
Oh, Abe. That wall looks pretty. Camping.
What?
Right? Okay, and here's the part that irritates me. They go down to the ground, and they very weakly raise the muzzle's aperture, and it looks like from how shitty they're holding it as they pull down, and wildly spray and pray that they could have hit somebody in the cheek or anywhere unnecessary. Like, this is fucking giving pathetic. Don't spray and pray. God damn, bro. It's supposed to be like keeping a skill in check, not being a shit stain. Holy fuck. How many was that? 1, 2, possibly 1 hit. Let's call it there. Let's say we at least got a hit. 6.
What?
And retaliate. And look at this. They slam their body against the back of it. Don't tell me they can control their elbow. They damn sure can't control their elbow because they just hit their fucking elbow, which puts kilojoules of force into your fucking elbow. Bitch ass. This seems dangerous. Like, what they are, them being a fucking bitch ass, falling into this, hitting their goddamn elbow on the back of it, limiting how they can control this, spray and praying from this low upwards. Take their fucking airsoft license and burn it. No guns or airsoft guns for this Rambo-ass, bitch-ass motherfucker. Get them out. Done. We're done with them.
I don't know what to say about this dude. Like, I'll just say, like, all these clips are not representative of the sport, so just take it with a grain of salt. These guys are few and far between, luckily, and they're usually kicked out quite fast. I will say, Mr. Affinity Airsoft, very mature in handling that guy for even continuing to shoot at you point blank and not losing your cool. So, well done.
Yeah, but that person on the ground, look at it. Look at this. Look at this shitty control. Look at this thing happen. Like, look at what the fuck this motherfucker does. This shit's irritating. Let's look at this together. Eyes on this shit. Let's go. Because it does upset me. This is unnecessarily risky. Okay, cool. You go in. You've hit the back. You begin discharging while you have no control over where it goes. Miss. Trying to adjust. You're looking down while you're shooting. You're not even looking to see where you're shooting. You're just blasting into space. You fucking garbage player, get the fuck out. I don't even play airsoft, goddammit.
There's no way you're not hit, buddy. Sorry, there's no way.
Next up, we have House Gamers playing at his home field in Canada.
That's pathetic. Call it.
Come on, dude. He's also blind firing.
Yeah.
Oh, he is too.
If they
Oh my
blind
goodness.
fire,
Did you?
I'm here to say, as not an airsoft player, if they blind fire, which is risky as fuck, could y'all please just do the common decency of hitting them in the nuts or the titties, wherever you gotta go, you make that shit go. I mean, it'll teach them to wear a goddamn cup. Then you go for the shin. Leave their fucking faces out of it, because they don't give a fuck if they hit your faces. They're blind firing. They don't care if they hit you in the face. They don't care if they fucking actually do some fucking weird shit. And I get it, you've got protection on for your face. But they probably wouldn't give a fuck if they thought it was a ref and popped them in the face. So maybe just make them leave. Savagely.
See that?
You just hit him.
Did you see that? Hold on, stay here.
Bitch.
You gotta watch this. Got him again. Oh my god! Oh my god! No, don't. Leave it. Dude, pass me your gun. Pass me your gun. Come back, report to me what you found. In the bushes right here on the left side.
The guy with the helmet and with the mask?
Yeah, we know.
They
It's
don't
okay.
die.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Just stand where I am here. Guy in the bushes right there. Watch this.
Do it. Get the nuts.
Just wait. Oh, did he call that? Okay, he called that one. Dude, you gotta see the video. Nope. Did you just see that?
Hey, buddy.
Did you just
Buddy, you were definitely hit. Come on back and respawn. Hey, stop shooting.
Oh my god, my life is complete, Zach.
What a bitch.
He's still.
Hey, buddy.
He's still.
If you don't start calling
So multiple shots in this guy. One even looks like it came close to his gentleman sausage.
Go for
as
it.
his teammate scratching his head, and then he takes a shot up the bum. First
I'm
of
gonna
all,
be real. If that would, I don't airsoft. All right, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a whiny little bitch on this one. But like, if my teammates in anything do some unsportsmanly shit, I will fuck with them with you. I don't want somebody saying, "Oh, you were unsportsmanly." You point them out, I will fuck them up for you.
well, nice shots and good job of cleaning up your home field, Mr. Dayton from House Gamers. That was great to watch. I love this. So this clip was suggested so many times by you guys, I had to include it. Unfortunately, the original clip was taken down, but Novich still had a clip
Yeah, I'm that dickhead that might just grab somebody by the fucking collar and pull them out kicking and screaming if I have to. Holy shit.
of this from his video.
My own team cheating? Oh, I'm gonna fuck them up.
Let's
I'll
watch.
remove them myself. I'll rat on them, remove them, tell a ref, drag them to the door, kick them out, get their card burnt. I don't give a shit.
Call the hit, bro.
Fuck off, bro.
Call the hit. You need to start calling your hits. Seriously. Excuse me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Fucking... Yeah, fucking shoot me again! Hey, rah!
So it looks like this guy took out his opponent downstairs in their firefight, but we can't confirm he took him out since it's so dark, but it does sound like his opponent was only hitting the wood in front of him. And then the confrontation happened with the cheater coming up the stairs and shooting point blank range at our camera guy, and the rest was history.
I see hair back there. You drag this unsafe motherfucker the fuck out, and you kick them on their ass, and you take their fucking... You confiscate that airsoft gun. They're irresponsible. They wasted money being an unsafe bitch. They can go eat that.
Yeah,
Fuck
fucking
them.
shoot me again!
That little shithead activity? What the
And
fuck?
the rest was history.
There's hair here. This bitch ass is shooting hair,
Yeah, fucking...
and now hand. And this is the camera person?
shoot me again!
Probably not the best response. He should have just called the ref and showed him this clip instead on his GoPro, which would have gotten him thrown out, but I can't understand his...
Oh, wait. If it was the person who's got the camera up here that did that shit, and this is the cheater, and they're retaliating, y'all both need to get evacuated from the sport. I'm sorry. Your anger flares up like a bitch, and this person's a cheater. None of it's fine. Get out.
Frustration.
Yeah, fucking shoot me again! Hey, ref!
Next up is actually a clip from myself earlier this year. Another cheater gets shot in the balls.
Butt. Get that butt. Get that bubble butt.
Our little friend here has already got shot twice and is clearly aware that he's been shot. We're gonna give him one
Bubble
more chance.
Do it.
So this dude is definitely not winning any acting awards this year. It was already quite obvious at the very start that he was very aware that he was being shot. I wasn't trying to hit him in the nuts, but
you should.
He was walking.
Hit more in there.
Afterwards.
Get the fucking tip now.
Next up is a clip
Take
from
it out.
SoCal Milsim playing.
Fucking go.
America.
If you notice your teammates cheating, destroy them. Make their lives hell. While you tell refs, regardless of the sport, regardless of the venue, you see your teammates cheating, you fuck them up, please. You drag them out of whatever the fuck you're doing. Playing esports, playing airsoft. Fuck it. Playing cards. Oh, you fucking ruined them. You're on their team. You, if anyone, is gonna take the least flack. You put that on a ref, they can bullshit the ref and hurt them. You put it on the other team, they can bullshit the ref and put more shit on the other team and be a dick. You see your team messing up, you clean up.
Are you serious? You gonna call it this time, buddy? I just hit you 4 times. Alright, don't be a dick about it, man.
If that last dude wasn't winning any acting awards,
Don't be a dick about it, man. Don't be a dick about it, man. Don't be a dick. Hey, bruh. Hey, bruh. I know I lost, but I want to be a cheater. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. I know that I was cheating at the airsoft game, but I'm going to ask you a favor. All right? I'm going to ask you a favor. A flavor, even. Just let me be an airsoft cheater, bitch. Come on. It'll be good. No, just haul them outside, kicking and screaming. They don't deserve to be there. What the fuck is wrong with this person?
this dude might have won one. He's really trying to pull out the his best acting skills because he was going for an Oscar, man. This dude, goddamn.
And I quote, "Don't be a dick, bro." Nah, bro, if the person shooting said that, who didn't get the shots that they landed called out, then yeah, don't tell that person not to be a dick. If you're cheating and you're gonna go fuck up other people's game by shooting them when your ass should have walked back to spawn, go fuck yourself. You can't call anybody a dick. It's like when the gank crew who needs to cup each other's ball sacks to even engage the invader and then fucking alt F4s when one of them dies. It's like that type of bullshit, dude. It is actually just nasty. Gross people doing
Are you
gross
serious?
And whilst we're on the subject of bad acting,
I shot you, bro. Yeah, I got you.
shit. Yeah. True.
I guess if you're gonna do a video about the worst cheaters ever caught on camera, we should have included this one, right? So you're watching Sniper Buddy Fabi thinking he just took out a player, but instead of calling his hit, he went back through the tunnel and tried another angle.
Bitch ass.
Behind, you see the tower in front? The wood tower?
Yeah.
Where there's ties behind?
Okay. Can you cover?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go at him.
Oh, I love you. Oh, that shit is hilarious. I'm sorry, every ref needs a minigun in this. Holy shit. Can we just like... Alright, we need to make sure that... Alright, stop subsidizing water to the detriment of the planet. Let the people eat the price there. Subsidize every airsoft ref getting a minigun. It'll cost less. We'll have to learn better water security in these scarce times. Don't make me go review the fucking documentation on why we only have Colorado water right now because the fucking El Niños come through, destroy houses. I'll fuck with you and do that. Don't make me. Bwah. Brop.
So definitely not gonna grow into a Liam Neeson replacement anytime soon with these acting skills, but eventually he was persuaded by the minigun to finally call his hit, so... So this next clip by Jesus DPTV was also voted quite a lot by you guys, so watch carefully. I want to know what you guys think about the situation.
Did people suck?
Yo, what the fuck? You can't do that. You can't do that.
What the fuck, man?
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't blast me with a full auto either. What the fuck?
So you're shooting through the gate, and you're hitting me a bunch of times.
All right, so what? You're hitting us. You gotta let us out too.
I'm playing fair though.
You ain't playing fair either.
I am playing fair.
What in the bitchy McBitcherson?
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't blast.
Oh, not far enough.
DPTV was also voted quite a lot by you guys, so watch carefully. I want to know what you guys think about the situation.
Hit.
Yo, what the fuck? You can't do that. You can't do that.
What the fuck, man?
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't blast me with a full auto either. What the fuck?
So you're shooting through the gate, and you're hitting me a bunch of times.
All right, so what? You're hitting us. You gotta let us out too.
I'm playing fair though.
You ain't playing fair either.
I am playing fair.
You gotta let us out, man.
That's
Their
fair.
audio is
I'm allowed
cracking.
to
It's
do
peaking
that.
so
You ain't
hard.
allowed to spray me with full auto.
All right. But and you're allowed to spread even after you.
We're playing full auto?
No.
So why are you playing
Are we
with full
playing
auto
with?
then?
You can shoot out
No, I
the door.
heard full auto. You played with full auto.
He can't spray.
So what happened was this player was getting quite close to the enemy respawn, but in a small field, an indoor field, that's quite a common occurrence, and the respawn is
Yeah, and presumably you'd have sportsmanship enough to not shoot them the second they peel out. So the person shooting from inside spawn's still a shit kicker.
protected by this plastic screen, but then the player inside the respawn starts shooting through the plastic screen, try to hit this dude. That's why he sticks around for a little bit longer. Usually on indoor fields like this, you have 2 exits from the respawn, so there's probably another exit there. If there isn't, that's probably the fault from the field owner to not put one there. Then the guy in the green shirt starts walking out of the respawn, still shooting and not calling his hit, even though he was out of the respawn. So I think our guy was actually in the right here, even though that full auto probably wasn't the best idea, but again, I do understand his frustration. So, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Either. What the
Alright,
fuck?
so you're shooting through the gate, and you're hitting me a bunch of times.
All right, so what? You're hitting us. You gotta let us out too.
I'm playing fair though.
Last one, a quite painful one coming in from Rapid Venom. I'm also very curious on what you guys think about this one, but let's
Did I have
watch.
to piss? But sure, that too. Which one is this?
No, you did it.
But
How
let's
much
watch.
chaos? I had to turn it up. Full auto time?
No, you
Gratuitous?
did it. Hey, Chris.
I love the wall art. It's super pretty. Shoots after dead. Lit full auto up.
So yeah, obviously quite painful, but I mean, if you're gonna play with fire...
I mean, I'm gonna talk about it for 2 seconds. If you are I even have a dickhead weapon for when, like, Elden gank crews start, like, you'll bow at someone, you think you're gonna duel, and then someone tries to sneak in and backstab you, or, like, do some shady shit. Or cast Comet Azure while you think you're dueling. And, I have, I got backhand blades in case that happens. I've got a, the backhand blades are Flame Strike, and I've got the lovely, Clean Rot sword with Bloodhound Step. If people do dickhead shit, I will bring dickhead at them. So like having full auto is an option for cheaters. Yeah, none of y'all are in the right, but I'm not doing that shit on Duelist Event Network. I'm doing that shit on people who are doing fuckhead shit. Little bucket ass motherfuckers.
You should expect to get burnt. That's what I
Bucket
think.
ass bitches.
Even though obviously it wasn't the best response to just blast that kid, but
I mean, it would have been a better response to get the shins on both sides, so they could like take a day off of life and just chill and ruminate in the shit that they've done. Oh, and possibly the hands, so they can't play video games. Now don't do what I said, that's really hyperbolic and fucked up. But if I were feeling it in the moment, like being a shithead on my shithead tip, and some kid was cheating at that game, I'd shoot their hands too. Drop to the ground, let me get those hands.
so that's it. The worst cheaters ever caught on camera, all voted for by you.
Get them fucking like little ankles of the arms, get that little wrist. Bitch doesn't need to have carpal tunnel to need to take a few days off of a computer.
Guys, make sure to subscribe to all of them with links in the description. Check out the other episodes of this series of the best wins and fails of Airsoft all time. And thanks to all of you who voted for the best clips. And as promised, it's time to give away the Tokyo Marui High Kappa pistol to one of you who voted or submitted a clip. So congratulations to James McNeil from the UK for winning the giveaway. Check your Facebook messages. Thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully see you in the next one. There's an armored vehicles called Border
Ooh,
War.
helicopter
It's a
airsoft.
huge 3-day airsoft game that goes on 24 hours a day, where you can even be
Okay, I need to tinkle. Real bad. I gotta put my leave-in conditioner in and I gotta pee. So I am gonna leave you with this and I'll be right back. I'm gonna do both at the same time. I'm gross.
I did end my stream early because my mom's retina attached, and she called me, and it had detached, and then she called me, and I said, "Mom, you better sleep with one eye open," and then she hung up on me, and I haven't talked to her since.
That's actually
My mom's dead.
So her eye is attached.
I think she's actually, yeah, probably. Yeah, my mom died.
Her mom's dead.
But his mom's fine, besides her retina.
You don't know the story of that?
Let's move on. Let's move on. I didn't do that.
She's doing fine now.
You're so morbid.
Well, now we have content. Now we have content for the next roast.
Dead mom jokes?
What's his name did that right?
Who's gonna be your next roaster?
I don't know. Probably me.
Yeah.
I have a
Miss Kip again.
We lost I lost the pistola in the water because police was after me, so I had to ditch it. So I grabbed the new one that I borrowed and I lost it because somebody stole it. I think Bug, did you lose your pistola?
I put home.
Oh.
How did you and Bug escape? Huh? You guys snitch?
What?
Sven.
Snitch?
I was running away. No. I was running away. I was running fast. And he was gonna get me, the cop. But then Sven got in behind me and just got the cop to go for Sven. And Sven took the hit for me.
It's
what
true.
A good guy.
What a good friend you are.
Wait, hold on. Are we sure we're good telling this random guy everything?
Are we good?
Who the fuck is that guy?
What, you think I'm gonna snitch on you guys?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that? I thought he was a mother or some shit.
Because I absolutely fucking will.
Alright, we'll do one more here, then we'll do mirror next.
I don't want to say the R word anymore because.
Hey, let's stop killing Omar first.
Hey, let's stop killing
hams immediately first.
Yeah,
like a
I used to say all the time, and then.
Round Wait, who said that? Yeah, we shouldn't kill me first. I agree with whoever said that.
Game. I would say all the time. I said it word. And then I saw some dude with my jersey on. That he bought it from when I played with the fuel today. And I was sitting down, and he asked for an autograph and a picture. And he was, you know, and I think it was mentally challenged. And I felt bad that he would watch the stream all the time and get rolled by that all the time. It's not, let me open it. I need to put the thing. But that's like the only word. The rest, bitch, bitches, cucklords, the rest that they can suck balls. That's fine.
I go on admin panel to see where the person
Bro, where's the body at?
admin.
Okay.
I saw this on Reddit. It's a replica of Sub-Zero's mask from Mortal Kombat, but the reason it was $2,000 is because it was handcrafted, and it's a replica of Sub-Zero's mask, but it's also fucking Louis Vuitton, bitch. And I am not joking around. Look, it's also fucking Louis Vuitton, but this was $2,000. And I cannot be happier than this right now.
That is money well spent right there.
Huh?
That is money well spent right there.
This is money well fucking spent. You got me I got the hardest mask of all time. Money well fucking spent. I don't feel stupid about this at all. This is not gonna backfire in any way.
Oh no. Oh, what the fuck? Yo, is this real or is this Photoshop? Why does he look like he's about to call the manager, dude?
It's in a book.
My man just called the manager a luminosity.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, we may not have caught me hand flapping on stream live, but at least we got me hand tapping on stream one day. No, don't go telling weirdos, because we'll accrue weirdos if we tell them about that, and then we have to like purge them.
Argentina launched a meme coin through their president Javier Milei, or at least that's what people thought. Now there are currently accusations of scams, insider trading, and the president of Argentina may be charged with fraud and faces possible impeachment. I'm here to break down what happened because I got insider access to the real story. I even got offered control of the missing $100 million+ that was made in ill-gotten gains. Welcome back to the $10 million studio. Our story starts on February 14th, 2025. Javier Milei, the president of Argentina, tweeted about a meme coin called Libra. The details at first were sparse. Quote, liberal Argentina grows. This private project will focus on encouraging growth of the Argentine economy, funding small businesses and Argentine adventures. The world wants to invest in Argentina. And it linked to a website which called it a token with purpose, where 50% of the tokens were allocated to Argentina growth. And I'll admit, it sounds nice. However, as the price skyrocketed to billions of dollars in market cap, people got worried because there appeared to be insider trading. And that's when Javier Milei suddenly deleted his tweet, saying he, quote, obviously has no connection with the project, and, quote, I was not aware of the details of the project. Understandably, the price crashed after this, but in the rubble, people discovered that the team responsible for launching the token may have walked away with over $100 million being taken out of the liquidity pool, meaning they may have gotten rich while everyone else got rugged. It was about this time I began to investigate, and I got an anonymous phone call from someone who claimed to know where this all started, Tech Forum Argentina, which was an event where you could pay as a blockchain company to be a sponsor. According to a source who was there and paid for it, part of it included a meet and greet with Javier Milei, the president of Argentina. This person was excited, but disappointed to find out that once they got there, they were invited to sign an even more expensive contract where two of the guys who ran the event, Mauricio Novelli and Manuel Godoy, were going to basically advise you on how to have blockchain technology in Argentina. Basically, they got you access to Milei. The person I spoke to did not pay for it. Someone who did was Kip Protocol. And the strategic partner of Tech Forum in 2025 is Kelsier. Both of those companies are going to be extremely important, and the people who run them are called Julian Pei and Hayden Davis. Pretty soon, a plan was hatched between Mauricio, Manuel from Tech Forum Argentina, and Julian and Hayden to launch a project together. It was going to be called Libra and support the Argentinian economy. and President Milei agreed to tweet about it. The division of labor was basically that Mauricio and Manuel were the connection, it seems, Hayden was handling the launch of the token, and Julian was going to set up a company to distribute the funds to Argentinian businesses. Of course, they never got that far because 24 hours after the launch of this coin, the president of Argentina was being called a scammer, and I got a message on my phone that I didn't expect. Hi, CoffeeZilla. I'd like to talk with you about the Milei launch. I was heavily responsible for it. The initials of the person were HD. I'm guessing Hayden Davis, but I couldn't be sure. So I asked for a selfie to confirm his identity, and I did cross-reference it with his photo with Milei, where Milei said he was a crypto advisor. It was indeed the same person who launched the coin. Hayden explained that
Make sure that you also, if this is your kind of thing for attestation, make sure that you take the time to reverse image search the image you receive from someone. If you get given a photo, reverse image search it. I'm not saying go full down the wall of like use AI to check to see if it's potentially another person or like to go deep, but do what makes you safe. But at the very least, I am going to stand on the side of at least reverse image search it for your protection. You need to be safe.
he'd like to
Don't trust
execute a
people.
plan and needed my help. He said Milei and his team basically botched it, and quote, I'd like to sit down and make sure all the
I don't
money
trust
that they
people.
took out gets back into people's hands correctly. Every dollar. Let me know if you'd like to interview and discuss in person.
Then again, why the fuck would I trust people?
Now, I
I've
was
been let down a lot.
confused why he needed me in person exactly, and he explained, I'm happy to go live on an interview pending we chat beforehand. I'll even show you all the wallets pumped back into the chart live if you want. He had over $100 million in what he called multi-sigs, which require 2 or more people to sign on every transaction. I asked, well, who else is a signer? And he replied, quote, just me. He said, I want to do it alongside you. All I care about is knowing it's in safe hands. I don't mind turning the keys over or adding you to the multi-sigs. Translation, he wants to hand over his $100 million problem into my control. And I was thinking to myself, of course, hell no. You're
Hell
not
to
going to
the
pass
fuck
me
no,
your
bruh.
nightmare. Of course, I did say that we should talk because I had seen his recent public response and it didn't really go so well. In it, Hayden put forth his plan, where instead of trying to refund people with the $100 million he had a different idea.
What happened with Libra, I think there's many things I could say. There's only certain elements that I could control
BRB,
the
one
launch.
second. I
Definitely
just remembered I
things
had to
didn't go
check something
according
and
to
it's
plan.
kind of urgent.
But I think addressing the elephant in the room, which is in the next 24, 48 hours, and unless somebody has a better idea, any funds that I've been able to get back in my possession from all the parties involved, I intend to put right back into the chart and either burn or lock on the liquidity side.
Right. He wants to put the money back into Libra, but this kind of creates the same problems where it's like, okay, well, this just benefits insiders and people who have tons of the token. But after watching this, I was also concerned with a different problem. See, myself and the research firm Bubble Maps had been doing a lot of work tracking Melania coin for a while. Yes, the US president's wife. She had launched a coin, and we were concerned that the same wallet which launched that seemed to have also launched Libra. Even worse, they had both been sniped by the same person who created the tokens, or the same network of wallets. Now, if you don't know what sniping is, it's where you buy a coin earlier than anyone else at cheaper prices. Usually, you know something in advance. And not only did these connected wallets buy Melania and Libra coins early, they also sold those coins early for millions in profits. So now, not only was I being offered control of $100+ million from the guy who launched Argentina's coin, apparently he also launched Melania Trump's coin, possibly sniped those coins, and also sold them for millions of dollars. But, you know, I realized it's not enough to just have blockchain evidence. There's only one way to really know for sure. I'd have to confront Hayden directly. But given his massive legal issues that may be on the horizon, I figured there's no way he would take a call with me, though. Right?
If
you launch the coin, isn't it unfair for you to
trust but verify? I'd asked if my care worker would be kind and like bring my groceries in for me, and I always trust but verify. So I just got up and made the lowest effort check. Do I have pickled carrots? I saw that's a yes, and I was like, oh shit, thank you. I already said thank you to them directly, but you know, that's my low effort verification. Trust but verify. Do not assume. I assume I make an ass out of me, them, you, everyone. That's why it's called assume. Because I assumed that someone who told me that wasn't on some bullshit. So I am an ass. But you aren't.
You to snipe the coin?
So I would say no. And I would say that for a couple different reasons.
Yep, I was wrong. He did agree to get on a call for an hour where he admitted to sniping Libra token and Melania token, later saying, though, it wasn't him directly, it may have been someone else on his team.
Most of the time when we're sniping, we're attempting to avoid other snipers getting in, right? So whether that's, and by the way, I don't conduct snipes.
However,
Robin Hooding it, taking from the poor to give to the rich. I guess that's inverse Robin Hooding it, because like their substantial wealth allows them to buy in, and the one to benefit is oftentimes the one launching the coin. And those whom are left holding the bag but don't get a bag are those fellow working class goobers who might be paycheck to paycheck that aren't fine now.
However, I then got an interview with another insider in these coins who says that Hayden does snipe tokens personally. How does he know? Well, he claims he's seen it before. He was in the room with Hayden when it happened on another project called Enron Token, which you might not be surprised to realize I've also covered in another video.
From Coffee.
Just introduce yourself real quick for everyone who doesn't know you.
They're rehabbing the
I'm the founder of DeFi Tuna. We're just providing leverage for liquidity providers. That's pretty much us. So I was part of the Enron project launch. I come in, there's this hookah bar where everyone's smoking hookah. And I see on the far end, there's a bodyguard and their whole family sitting down, Gideon, Hayden, across is Dr. Tom, daughters and his sons. And they're all—
See, I would like to hear how Turkey Tom can describe these people. That's what I would like. From the hyperbolic motherfucker that said that any man who works out is obviously not straight, to I would like him to just dress these bitches down.
They're all
That
about
would
to
be
launch
fun.
Enron.
I probably missed him doing
like,
it.
10
He
minutes
probably already
before the
has.
launch, they all have snipers
not individually,
ready.
like not this one in particular, for instance, but just any of the crypto bros. I just want to hear Tom talk shit on them.
The contract address on the snipers.
Be fun.
Sniper bots. They're like all waiting. They're all, smoke coming out of their ears. They're all smoking like crazy on caffeine. The token launches and everyone's pressing. And the wonderful thing was this, I'm looking at it and they're like, oh, somebody got just before us. And, and everyone's just arguing between each other, but, they all still got earlier and they're still in a plus and they're like, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's like a junkie house.
This interview was crazy. And remember, the guy we're talking about, this junkie house, is also the person who launched the president's wife's meme coin and then the Argentine.
Oh, gosh. Telehealth. Hold on. Someone's saying that, and I don't know if this is an executive order or how it's gone so far, but they're saying Mr. President Trump killed Medicare coverage for telehealth appointments. That is going to legitimately kill people.
Argentina's president's meme.
I assume that's not going to go through the courts. I assume the courts are going to step in on this one. That is actually dangerous.
Coin. It's insane. In the case of the Melania coin specifically, side note,
you have to, with doctor supervision, wean people off of most medications anyway. They also would likely need to, you have to understand, I can't drive. A lot of my cohorts physically can't drive. Getting around is an undue burden on a lot of them.
The co-founder of our whistleblower actually says he was ordered to sell these coins, but do it in such a way where it's not illegal.
Because if I can, I want to be able to bring them a better side of the fucking news.
Because no one will know.
And they were saying everything's legal, everything is good as long as nothing can be tracked. That was
yes.
He's one of the best liquidity providers that I know. I've seen or heard of. He understands at very deep level. He's done an excellent job. But one thing that they kept against
New
him is the fact that he
DEAs.
didn't sell on the top, and he cost them millions of dollars. You know, up until even some recent discussions, like I have proof that they just keep bringing the subject up. Yeah, great, but he didn't sell. Melania cost us
At
millions.
the top.
Yeah.
At the top. That's right. Supposedly, this guy got berated for, you know, costing the millions of dollars by not selling at the tippity top. So, you know, I did ask Hayden about profiting from Melania token, and here's where we had a bit of a confusion on what exactly we meant by, like, did you swap it? Did you sell it? I didn't swap it. I just sold it.
There was no money made from the Melania team on any, we didn't take any liquidity out. Zero.
You said y'all didn't sell any liquidity, but
I want to be able to reply back to my friend if I've seen something more helpful. Not directly stopped it, but there are concerns about the future of telehealth to the expiration of certain pandemic era flexibilities which allow for expanded telehealth services are set to expire on March 31st, 2025 until Congress acts to extend them. Experts are calling for continued federal aid to state and local telemedicine services to prevent potential policy cliff that could disrupt access to telehealth for Medicare beneficiaries. Elderly and disabled people. Folks who need the most protection. That's what Medicare rather is for. So, you know, that's scary. Well, until I get more information, I'm just gonna do the practical thing I can do, which is remind the homie how to address this in a more efficacious way. Yes, it might feel hopeless now, but I do not believe that this will be allowed to metastasize into something that will continue to harm people. And there are enough provisional steps we as people can take. Writing your representatives, if you find out more, telling me, whinging together, putting our heads together, what have you. You don't let our underserved population, the elderly and the infirmed, deserve protection. You want to talk about family values? Who the fuck is the cornerstone of it? Exactly. So, that'll be my little research tip over the next day and a half or so, maybe on or off stream. We'll see. I'm a policy bitch and I've been hiding in Dark Souls, but this impacts someone that I love, and I'm gonna go looking. Also, a lot of the other shit's been smoke and mirrors so far to keep people scared.
Didn't swap liquidity. Didn't swap liquidity. Didn't swap into single-sided. I didn't say there was no money sold. There's a difference between swapping the liquidity and selling liquidations. Those are two different things.
okay, so y'all swapped. You didn't sell, or the other way around.
No, other way around. Other way around.
Sold, you didn't swap.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Two independent pieces of evidence from people who were on the inside of the Melania token, saying that Hayden and his team sniped tokens and wanted to dump for high profit secretly, while Hayden himself does admit that they, sold, they just didn't swap. Of course, I also obtained insider texts from Hayden Davis and his team on another project, this one called Mates, where an insider asks the following. Quote, you want continue pump or you want to distribute all Mates tokens ASAP, aka sell? Hayden replies, we are trying to max extract on this one. That max extraction supposedly led to 7,000 Solana, or roughly $1.3 million. And I do personally believe a lot of this is probably illegal. Whether it will be prosecuted, though, by our gutted regulators is another matter entirely. Right now, we seem to be in a race in America to deregulate cryptocurrency, meaning behavior like this is unlikely to ever be punished. For now, I just want to show people that these meme coins are deeply rigged financial vehicles for screwing regular people and transferring wealth to the top, to the insiders, and people like Hayden, they're everywhere in this industry. I should also mention, while I'm on the subject, by the way, that it's not always the people themselves, it's also the platforms that sometimes are part of this. Platforms that launch meme coins obviously benefit from trading volume instead of price, meaning even if you lose, they make tons of money. And it's been a
So seeing as the person, sorry, little policy break. Sorry. Seeing as the person who established the telehealth extensions was Mr. Trump, you can have some degree of hope that he might push for it to continue. Seeing as one of his few things is like not making people leave their goddamn house. So I don't know yet. Found a bill. It says Moderation of 2024. Where are we? Just introduced. Okay. Summary for now, and I'll go through the remainder of it later. I'll read. This is what I'll be on the tip of tomorrow. If you're looking at this and you have the timestamps, there you go. If you're in the chat, there you go. HR 76-23, the 118th Congress, 2023 through 2024. Introduction in the House Telehealth Modernization Act. The bill moderates permanently extends certain flexibilities that would initially. Okay, hold on. Let me meta search for telehealth. For all available in Congress. Relevancy, newest. 119th Congress, there we go. And can I toss in another word, maybe? What was it? Is it Medicare? Okie dokums, that, this is relevancy still, never mind, hold on. Yeah, never sort by relevancy. You will hate yourself. To renew the application of Medicaid arrangement. Okay, cool. HR, I'm just typing this to my friend as well. 1433. Okay, I put an I in there by accident because I can't be trusted to type. House, Senate, House, Senate, House, Senate, House, Senate, House, and Senate. Ooh, House and Senate and House and Senate and House. Wait a minute. Oh, I can do it by 119th Congress and latest action, newest to old. There we go. Current resolution. Senate an original concurrent resolution setting forth the congressional budget for the United States government for the fiscal year 2025 and setting forth the appropriate budgetary levels for the fiscal year of 2026 through 2034. Estimate 159. Which one was I reading? I don't remember. Energo payment floor. But I want the word telehealth to be in here too. Okay, hold on. I noticed it pruned my shit. Bullshit. Don't prune my shit. Newest to oldest, bitch. Gimme. Oh, it does do a really nice search, though. It really does. And we just went to the 119th. And for it to change none of the rest of my searches. Okay. Here, I'm gonna just type to them too. Medicare for America Act 2009. Here's where we want to be, I think. This is introduced by. I'm just saying. Is in Ways and Means referred to the committee by Energy and Ways and Means. Text. As of 2/20/2025, text has not been received. The amendment titled 18 of the Social Security Act to remove geographic requirements and expand originating sites for telehealth services under the Medicare program. The Government Publishing Office GPO makes this text of legislative measures available for the public in the Library of Congress. The GPO makes text available as soon as possible so we can eat a dick. They're busy. Well, this doesn't really sum up a lot. Okay, so looking at the partisan people and knowing them historically, I have a feeling we might see it continue or expand, but I don't know.
Suspicion of a lot of
I
people.
sent my friend what I was able to grab a hold of, and I could also pass this to y'all. I'm sorry. Here, let me give you my search query. I think that's a lot more easy to give you my query. What? And I'll up. What the fuck? Is it Medicare that I was calling it? Can I type? Am I like, what? Wait, what were the other options that it tries to auto pop? Ooh. We want this one. Word variants, case sensitive, title summaries, actions include full text when available. There you go, boom and boss. Based and awesome. 218. We're not going to get more apparently at this moment. We're stuck waiting. Referred to the Committee of Energy, referred to, it went really quick through this. Introduced to House, referred to the Committee of Energy Commerce, and in addition to the Committee of Ways and Means. Who's currently on those committees right now? Who's active on these? Who's here? So the subcommittee, yeah. Who's your chairman, actually? It's a pretty surname, Gouthier. I like that surname. Congressman Brett Guthrie. It's a very pretty surname rather. Second Congressional District of the U.S. House of Representatives, Second District, home of Abraham Lincoln. That's an area that is genuinely on it for fucking making sure that the public gets medical care. Okay. Because there's a lot of people who've served and see the abysmal state of healthcare and veterans support. So that makes some sense. Hearings, calendar, listening to Americans, news. The committee. Who's on your committee currently? First established in. I don't give a shit, brother. Who's currently there? This is 119th. There we go. Application, House Rules, Community Budget, Official Travel, Subcommittees, Plan Trade, Oversight, Health. Page 4. Yee. Is this how you read the pages? This is actually this? Do we believe that it's indicating the pages accurately? Because I don't believe shit. Oh, the page numbers are really off center. Holy shit, bro. Please do better with your page numbers. This is so bullshit. I don't like it. 19 members, 11 of who will be Republicans and 8 of whom will be Democrats. Jurisdiction of subcommittee and the tax shall consist of revenue measures that time to time shall be referred to specifically as the chair of the full committee. Okay, well, here's the thing. I have hope. I don't know if hope means shit, but I'll keep reading. And knowing the partisan people as I do, which is very little because I just kind of laugh at them, but also enough to know that I can giggle at them. I'm kind of under the auspice that Mr. Trump's cabinet is the one that pushed for the expansion of telehealth during pandemonium times. And in addition, or he pushed for the expansion of it initially, and seeing as it's being raised by a Florida representative who is in that same partisan alignment, the one pushing for its expansion further. Like, unless a bunch of fucking tech bros that want to go money grubby are in the way, like Elon McPhelon, and I have some degree of hope that if you just write your reps and you get them to come together over appropriate shit, which is making sure that our elderly and infirmed are protected, that we'll see good futures. You gotta ride their asses though. That's the thing. Like, you can't just like toss your hands up. If you live somewhere in the States, you literally need to write these bitches.
Some
Like,
of them
it's that
may play a
simple.
role in some of these insider launches. Today, though, we got a little bit of evidence. In my investigations, one platform kept coming up, Meteora. They launched Trump Coin, Melania Coin, Libra, and many others on their platform. And they were crucial to giving Hayden Davis tons of business through his company Kelsier. Meteora's CEO Ben Chow describes it as, I do know the Kelsier team well. Now, they were confronted about the fact that Kelsier and Hayden were sniping their own tokens, and Ben said, well, he had no idea. He's shocked by it. This clip is a little long, but it's worth it.
Kelsier is very much affiliated with M3 and with everything. You know, it's very close. To be there and
M3
just see how
M3
Sorry,
sounds
but
like
it's
sounds like it's biting H3.
I don't know this. Like I'm sitting down and I'm seeing, and everyone's got their phone. Everyone knows the contract address. Like Gideon, Hayden, Dr. Tom. Everyone's sitting at the table, and they're all with their phones. They all have snipe bots ready. They all have all the CA.
They're all sniping it. It's them sniping.
But Ben, it's not only that. There is even. I'm 100% sure that it's also Jake involved. Everyone's involved. I'm sure the influencers involved. Look.
Me. Oh my god.
And like there are people that bypass them, like do it faster than them, and it's like, look, the whole thing just looks rotten to the very core.
Yeah, I really don't know if this guy is genuinely reacting or this is like some kind of Oscar award-winning performance. Like, what? No way. I had no idea. The people I've been handing business to have been sniping our own tokens. No idea. Meanwhile, I asked Hayden directly if Ben Chow would have known these snipes were happening. He responded, quote, I would say he wouldn't have been surprised, but he wouldn't have been involved. Now, that's interesting. And if it's true, it would mean that Ben's shocked reaction to this project sniping itself would be a little hard to believe. Meanwhile, by the way, Hayden Davis also doesn't really take credit for some of this. He implies that the Melania team itself was part of the reason they decided to snipe the coin. Were you part of the Melania launch, and was that sniped as well?
I mean, look, I think that, I mean, I told you like beforehand before this started, I mean, I'm happy to share the truth, but, I mean, you're asking a question that's,
incriminating?
It's just, I mean, I'll answer, but it's factually going to put me into a lot of danger, which is fine. I'll answer.
Do it.
I was part of it. I think the team did want to snipe it because of how big the snipe was on Trump's.
So let me get this straight. Ben Chow has no idea. It wasn't Hayden's idea. Can the real sniper please stand up? All of these people just deny. Either way, though, Ben Chow agreed.
Lol. Okay, so the best meme would have been Sniper Wolf, and then like the little cutout just like shuffling off. But
that the Libra situation in particular was so bad that he would have to step down from the company, regardless of whether he knew, because he called it SBF level, as in Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX.
This is like 200. This is FTX type of.
Fucking hell, man. I feel sick. I feel so sick, man. Holy shit. I feel really, really sick. Oh my god.
This is like Doc One or what's his name type of money. I mean,
this is SBF level, man. I feel so sick.
Sam Bankman-Fried level?
Because I gave him Melania. I didn't know he was a rugger. I feel so sick. I feel like I'm super exposed too.
Your fiduciary duties should require you to not go blabbing to the bitches, though. Like, maybe call me a goofball and inaccurate little schmaccurate, but I seem to think even in expounding upon what your fiduciary duties should be if you translate them from any other venue into this, that you should not be blabbing about what you do, what you're involved in, the scope of it, to random bitches that are then going to take advantage of it. And who is a random bitch that's going to take advantage of it? Threat posture bitch activated. Literally anyone you run your goddamn mouth to, motherfucker. Don't talk about it. Like, there's shit that we do where you don't tell your best friend, you don't tell your mother, you don't tell your partner. There's shit that I've had to do where you just don't tell anybody. There's shit where I've had to do where I've had to have my computer facing away from my partner, still talking to them, right? But they cannot look at me. And if they walked behind me, I don't care what their intention are, I'm shutting that lid. That computer was only used for what I had to do. Thankfully for me, it was on the up and up. And I paid taxes on it because it was like my, 9 to 5. But like, for real, dude, these people have no OPSEC. Operational security should be a bare minimum for you doing anything that impacts others, because maybe you fuck it up for yourself and you find out and it impacts them downstream. Maybe just don't do it. Have good OPSEC. It's trash.
But I f***ed up because I enabled a guy who I should not have enabled.
You shouldn't blab. You shouldn't talk to people. You should have a fucking bit of backbone, compunction, and reasonability about yourself.
Step down.
You know, I do have to agree with Ben Chow here.
Step
This
down.
is starting to make me feel sick too. Not because my platform enabled millions of dollars to be, quote, max extracted from retail, but because most people buying these coins have no idea how corrupt these launches are. With manipulative market making, sniping insiders selling, the deck is just totally stacked against you as a regular person. But don't take my word for it. Hayden, the guy we've been talking to, who literally runs these things, agrees.
It is an insider's game. This is an unregulated casino. Like, if you're a retail trader thinking you're going to go make millions off of meme coins, you better study your off.
No,
Well,
just,
honestly,
you're not gonna study.
I do appreciate his.
There's no amount of study that preserves you. The only study you need to know is that you're fucking up and you shouldn't be doing it. Like, sorry, bud. You're not gonna get that windfall. You will be fucking windfallen for another person. And that'll just be a drop in the bucket of the wealth they're accruing. And you're gonna lose the little bit you got.
His honesty. It's an insider's game, and as the saying goes, it's
also a lot of the shit's on Solana. You know what you don't hear bullshit on? Ethereum. I'm not saying go to it, but if you want to really just touch your toes into like crypto bullshit, go look at the long-standing stable ones. Go look at where you see the aggregation of where the shitty meme shit goes and avoid it. Like, just avoid it. And don't put money into it. Use your GPU to make it yourself and be happy. Use your own power bill at home. If you can't do it, shut up. Stop trying. Don't. Like, it's not meant for people to pay to get it right now, bro. It's meant for you to generate it on your own with your fucking computer. Fucking goobers.
It's a big club, and you're not in it. Speaking of that, by the way, there was one person so far who has been refunded their losses in this whole debacle. Dave Portnoy. Dave was going to do an insider deal with Libra token for free tokens where he tweeted about the coin. That deal was canceled though because Hayden told him basically not to tell anyone about the free coins, and Dave disagreed with that. But Dave did put 5 million of his own dollars in the coin in the hopes of obviously making money like everyone else. But when the coin crashed, he lost almost everything. Behind the scenes though, Dave got bailed out. Hayden Davis gave him his money back, which Dave has admitted publicly. So I guess, for the big traders who are celebrities, they get their money back, roughly $5 million back, because I guess they're real victims. But refunding everyone who lost money, that's an insane idea.
Whether I refund people, they're still going to be pissed, right? Refund people on a meme coin, which sounds insane. Or I inject back. People are going to be mad either way.
Instead, the current plan is to once again dump the money back in the chart, which will disproportionately benefit insiders who know the timing. And what about Javier Milei? Can't forget about him. The president of Argentina is currently facing charges of fraud from the opposition party and threats of impeachment. Today, Milei finally addressed the Libra token and said the following.
Falso, yo difundí.
I broadcasted it, I didn't recommend it, I didn't promote it. The reality is if you go to the casino and lose money, what is the claim? It is about 5,000 people. And surely the chance that they are Argentinians is very remote.
Argentinos es muy, muy remota.
Well, there you go. Pretty much your standard denial. I didn't do it, and if I did, they deserved it. And if they didn't deserve it, well, they weren't Argentinian anyways. One thing I will be clear about, though, is that all of the insiders I've spoken to so far claim that Milei himself made no money from this project. It was these other people who had access that were selling access to him. Whether you believe that is another matter entirely. But what is abundantly clear is that this was a massive failure for Argentina as a whole. It's an embarrassing situation where Milei allowed a 26-year-old to collect $100 million off his name, purporting to be for small businesses. And that same person sniped the coin as well, Melania's coin, Enron, and many others. Or his team did, or a team told him to. It's so far unclear, but the sniping itself is uncontested, as testified by Hayden Davis himself and an insider who was in the room. In the aftermath, there are possible impeachments, people possibly stepping down from their company, and millions of dollars in damages. And that is the story of the Argentinian meme coin disaster.
If you cheat at video games, or sports, or people's finances, I will have a certain type of joy watching you get fucked with. And if you've got shitty operational security to the point that it puts others at risk, I'm gonna laugh at your bitch ass all the way to the metaphorical bank, no pun intended, with my little fiat currency. I also never liked gambling of any capacity. Like, if people wanted to play poker, it had to be for like nothing, and I just played for fun. I wouldn't even bet like $1. I'd never play the lottery. I don't play like card games for money. I don't bet on things like that. Like, I'll tell you what I think might be the outcome of something, but I'm not putting shit on that. And when people tried to give me a lottery ticket for my birthday once, I refused it. I didn't want to participate. I didn't want to do it. It made me very unhappy about the thought of it. I just didn't want to. It seemed like a fucking egregious thing to do.
The Metal Gear series is known
Didn't
for
like
having some of the most innovative bosses in all of gaming. From
Casual streamer accidentally finds a huge skip that speedrunners missed. That sounds like a nice turn from cheaters. Y'all want to watch Catfish again?
bosses that require you to switch your controller's
Catfish.
port to others
Show's
who
so
can be
good.
defeated by setting your game's internal clock ahead so that they die of old age. Skips and glitches used in the speedrun are equally fantastic, and while these weren't planted in the game by Kojima for players to find, teams of glitch hunters have labored tirelessly for
I mean, I love finding glitches too, so I'm just here to say,
almost 25 years to find them, except for the latest discovery that happened entirely by accident during a player's first playthrough. Today we'll be looking at how this new skip was found, how it works, and what it meant for the speedrun. I hope you enjoy today's video.
What? Help me? Help.
Before we get started, if you'd check out my Patreon and consider becoming a member, that would be awesome. It helps me level up my software and hardware so I can keep improving the videos, and you get some cool rewards based on what tier you subscribe at. And with that, let's get into the video. August 14th, 2021 would be a typical day for Metal Gear speedrunners, but for Boba, it would be anything but. Boba is a member of the Yogscast, an entertainment group that focuses on gaming content on YouTube and Twitch.
I
And on
love
this
them.
particular day, she
oh my
was
gosh, okay, so oh my gosh. Yogscast Simon is my favorite of like me being a whippersnapper in the day. I Yogscast Simon basically like, you know, coddled me from the world and like, you know, guided me into giggling at silly shit.
streaming her very first playthrough of Metal Gear Solid. She came to a portion of the game where you're required to navigate a set of communication towers, A and B, with Comm Tower A being the first. This is a
I like
very
the camera
difficult section,
effects.
as you're pursued by guards
That's what's
throughout
up.
your climb, but the game does offer you a shortcut between the two towers that's accessible with a keycard. There's just one problem. When you try to access the door, Otakon calls to tell you that it's frozen from the other side, so you will have to go to the top of the tower and work your way back down to get it unstuck. When Boba came to this section, she learned all too quickly that the door wouldn't be much help in its current state, and she was having a difficult time with all of the enemies. After a few deaths, she once again came to the door and decided to stand her ground, except this time, something very bizarre happened.
Help me? Help. Help? What happened? Hello?
Hello?
What? Are you fucking with me right now? Are you
How did Boba manage to get
right now? What happened? Hello?
Happened. Decided to stand her ground, except this time, something very bizarre happened.
Help me? Help. Help? What happened? Hello? What? Are you fucking with me right now? Are you
How did Boba manage to get through the door if it was frozen from the other side? It wasn't clear what happened, but when Boba tweeted about the skip, the Metal Gear speedrunners immediately started trying to recreate the trick. There was a ton of mystery surrounding how Boba was able to get through the door. Was it dependent on the platform she was
there a
playing on?
setup?
Did the weapon she was using play a factor? Does the camera's position play a role? Things were moving fast, but the same night, someone would replicate the glitch. Victus confirmed that the glitch was reproducible and not a random one-off quirk that Boba had encountered. He was able to recreate it on emulator, which was the same platform that Boba was playing on. At the time, no one had been able to skip the door on PC or console versions of the game, and a fear started to grow that this was exclusive to emulator. This would have been unfortunate, as the majority of runs are done on the PC version of the game due to some features it has that console doesn't, such as weapon hotkeys, the ability to instantly progress through codec messages, and perhaps most importantly, PC-only skips. This fear grew as more runners were able
I've told myself that I'm gonna do my playthrough of Metal Gear one day when the depression is eating my toes and I just can't deal with life and I don't want to get off the couch. That's when I'll do my Metal Gear playthrough.
to replicate it on
No, you all will not be there for it. It'll be me healing myself time.
emulator.
Not because I like that for that. It's just like, it takes for fucking ever, so
And
may as
no
well
one had
wait.
found a setup on another platform. But the tension would be cut when Solid Tony would be the first to skip the door on PC, proving that this skip could be included in runs on the fastest platform. So, how does it work? The door is intended to be used after the player gets it unstuck, so there is a loading zone on the other side of it. Normally, you can only enter the trigger when the door is open, but something was going on to allow you to hit it while the door was closed. And there were 3 different things at work that made this glitch possible: Snake's position, the guards damaging you, and a peculiar property of this particular loading zone. When Snake enters a door, his hitbox collides with a trigger volume attached to the loading zone. This tells the game that Snake should be loaded to the next area. So the first part of the trick requires getting Snake in a precise position while facing a specific angle. The reason the angle needs to be exact is because when you take damage, Snake's hitbox gets a tiny bit bigger for a few frames. So by having Snake in a very specific position and angle, when he takes damage from the guards, his
Vertex
hitbox
sliding.
will momentarily overlap with the loading zone for the door, letting him proceed without unlocking it first. When runners learned this was the reason for why the glitch was working, they tried to perform it on other doors in the game to no avail. So what was different about the frozen door in Comm Tower A?
Subpixel math. It's gotta be subpixel assessments of where things are. Like, rather, integer to float conversion and how it's laid out map-wise, possibly. I'm assuming, I could be wrong, but let's
That
go,
allowed
let's see.
Snake to clip into the load zone. In a casual playthrough, you're normally required to blow the door open from the other side with C4 to remove the ice keeping it shut. And for some strange reason, while the door is in the frozen state, the trigger volume for the load zone is moved closer to the frame, which allows for Snake to clip through and enter it if you can get him into the correct position. Runners were ecstatic that the skip was possible, but it had a high fail rate as finding the perfect angle was very difficult to do. But before someone could gamble
It'll
on
be
it
your
working in a
arm,
speedrun,
maybe?
King Jaguar found a setup that was highly consistent. By holding a weapon called the SOCOM, he found that if you ran Snake into the door and moved him to the far left of the frame, that you could aim at the guards as they came up the stairs to put yourself in the correct angle so that when they shot you, your extended hitbox would overlap with the loading trigger. This was quickly replicated, meaning that
That's
a
fucking
reliable
dope.
setup had been found that could be used in the speedrun. There was just one issue. Players normally don't pick up the SOCOM in runs, so any potential time save would have to be greater than the time lost going out of your way to get the weapon. Fortunately, getting the SOCOM only costs 2 seconds, and the Boba Skip saves a whopping 2 minutes. So what does it skip? If we look at the gameplay intended route, to unlock the door, we see that it requires reaching the top of Com Tower A, rappelling down the side of it, and then clearing 3 guards on the catwalk. The rappel section is very challenging on the higher difficulties of the game, as you have to avoid environmental hazards while being shot at by a helicopter, and deal with the catwalk guards, who typically kill runs as their shots cause knockback. So any trick that allowed runners to skip this section would be a welcome addition. There was a further issue that hadn't been tested yet. Metal Gear Solid runs on a flag system. What this means is that when you complete events in the game, it sets a flag in the code for other things to happen. Let's look at an example.
Oh, what else does it break?
Pokemon Legends Arceus runs on a flag system where each story checkpoint in the game won't function properly unless the preceding checkpoint has been completed. This was a huge frustration to speedrunners who had found a way to skip the tutorial only to find out that the next NPC they were required to talk to wouldn't interact with them, as his flag for being active wasn't getting set. And if you want a full explanation of why Legends Arceus has been exceedingly difficult for speedrunners to break, check out this video I made on the topic. So how does performing Boba Skip interact with the flag system in Metal Gear Solid? When you complete the rappel section normally, the game sets a flag to spawn the guards on the catwalk, but since we never rappel down the building, the guards are never spawned. So far, so good. Fortunately for speedrunners, the flag after the guards doesn't get affected by skipping them, as the game sets it to active when you enter the small building on the other side of the catwalk, meaning that progression logic remains 100% intact when using Boba Skip. With this confirmed, you'd think that world records would start getting set with a 2-minute time save ripe for the taking, but developments on Boba Skip were moving fast, and a new setup that didn't require getting the SOCOM was found by Jaguar King. Instead of taking the 2 seconds to pick up the SOCOM, he looked at items that you would already have in your inventory as part of the route, and he found a setup with the chaff grenade that did the trick. Normally, chaff grenades are used to disable surveillance cameras and gun turrets, but they also cause a small amount of damage to Snake, which triggers the hitbox expansion. This meant that taking damage from the guards wasn't necessary for the trick anymore, but it did change the angle that was required for it to work. Runner DLimes13 would further explore the chaff grenade setup, and he found that if you line up the left edge of the alert box with a crease on the wall, that you'll put Snake in a reliable position so that when you detonate a chaff grenade in your hand, the recoil animation Snake does puts the extended hitbox into contact with the load trigger. And with that, runners were now ready to route the skip into the speedrun. When it comes to Metal Gear Solid speedruns, there are 2 main categories that attract the most runners, any percent and all bosses, which further break down into subcategories by difficulty and rank. Difficulty is selected at the start of the run, with 4 different levels being available to the player. As the difficulty scales higher, more restrictions are placed on the player, with some of the more notable ones being improved guard AI, more damage from enemies and bosses, and the classic restriction of health items. Rank is the title given to the player at the end of the game, with additional requirements being put in place to achieve the higher titles. For the big boss rank, players are required to use 0 continues, only receive 3 to 4 alerts, kill 25 or less enemies, use 1 or less rations, keep their radar off, and save less than 80 times. This creates a lot of different categories for the game to be run in, with the fastest being the any percent no rank on the very easy difficulty. Before the skip was found, the record was 30 minutes on the nose, with Nick RP Green setting the first sub-30 run the day after Boba Skip was discovered. If we look at the extreme difficulty Big Boss category, where the skip has the most effect due to the sections it avoids being incredibly challenging, the record stood at 38:52 and was set by Metal Glenn
38:40.
Solid, with Glenn dropping it by almost 2 full minutes for a 36:56 just a few days after the skip was found. In terms of the any percent run, this isn't the skip that saves the most time. That belongs to a very complex skip that takes place in the Com Tower B. The details will have to be explained another time, but it unloads the tower and allows the player to skip 7 bosses, saving 25 minutes in total. If we look at the All Bosses category, where the Com Tower B skip can't be used, we see that Boba Skip is a welcomed addition to the category, since it doesn't skip any bosses, making it one of the largest skips in the category, with top times clocking in around an hour. Runners had previously broken the sub-hour barrier in this category, but with Boba Skip, more contenders were able to push their times below the threshold, with the current record being a 57:39 by DLimes13. It's not often that skips are found in games that are almost a quarter of a century old, when teams of players have been trying to break it for the better part of the last decade. And when you take account of all the factors that Boba got correct by accident, it makes the discovery of Boba Skip truly unique in the speedrunning ecosystem.
This is a bug. I am living the best life ever because I beat the video game. I am living the best life ever
Yeah, this is basically my face when I learned I could like little slide through the wall in Little Kitty Big City. I understand this. This is valid.
I
When feels too big for body, sing.
Truly
I'm
unique
here for
in the
this.
speedrunning
I love
ecosystem.
this.
This is a bug. I am living the best life ever because I beat the video game. I am living the best life ever because I am out of the stairwell of shame. I am the best at video games, and no one can stop me or tell me the same because I'm the best at video games.
If you want to check out Metal Gear runs, I've left
That's
links
what's
to
up,
some
dude.
runners down below. And for a detailed history on the Boba Skip timeline, check out this video by Nick RP Green. If you enjoyed the content, consider supporting me on Patreon, as we're close to hitting the next patron goal, where I'll set a release date for my next
link
world record
time.
progression. If you're curious as to what game I will be covering, check out the Goals tab. And as always, I hope to see you in the next video.
What's your? I don't know if I have the spoons for this at the moment, but this I definitely do.
I explained my logic behind it, and you supported it by saying that you don't think it's a joke.
Yeah,
so
I
what's
think
your
that,
point?
wait, I said I don't think it's funny. I didn't say I don't think it's a joke.
We kind of agree. We kind of have like, somewhat of an agreement.
Objectively bad. Like, I don't understand how you're also categorizing.
Can you guys hear me?
Not like a spite-driven move.
Can you guys
So, like,
hear me?
Yeah.
So you were complaining previously
be-
on this stream.
Can people hear me?
Yes.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my God.
Can you still hear me right now or not?
I don't know. You just dropped in. What do you want to talk about?
So, what do I want to talk about, Beth? Probably that you've been, once again, trying to slander me on social media as a way to silence me rather than engage intelligently in what you're talking about.
Okay, the intro kind of kicks ass. Okay, let's see what the fuck is happening in the world.
Running from the allegations.
I don't know what I want to play game
Papa
wise.
God, what the f is wrong with you?
I'm just wondering if there's any thoughts on you,
How'd that intro start? Hold on. That made me die.
Papa God is running from the allegations. I'm currently. Oh, there he is. Papa God, what the f is wrong with you?
I'm just wondering if there's any thoughts on you, kissing Frogan.
Why are you creating AI images of me kissing content creators?
That's not AI.
Yeah, if someone used AI to like make me kiss anyone, I would hound them down till the ends of the earth and only bring them hell.
My
no
grandmother
respect.
saw that on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
That's
Perfect.
that's a real image of you kissing 2 different women.
That propagating it makes you a butthole.
Hey, dude, now
Like-
there's photo evidence that I've kissed a woman, chat. All of it's real.
Multiple. Which one would you take if you had to choose between the two?
Dude, are we playing Marry Kill with
Just be a spinster like me. Don't kiss anyone.
Rogan
When?
and Mika's Reddit?
No,
Are you
no.
trying to put me on fucking
There
YouTube
would be
drama
no.
Reddit?
There would be no kill. Okay, because these are two beautiful women. So the question is, marry.
There is a kill. It's myself. Why are we doing this?
Well, I think that since Frogan's like, she does like double marriage, right? They do like extra marriages over there, don't they?
Dude, they're all polyamorous by default. Yeah.
Yeah, except that the guy doesn't have to be
You'll live.
polyamorous.
Wait, isn't it the other way around? The guy is always polyamorous, but like the girl.
Yeah,
is
well,
like-
you know what I mean. The guy doesn't have to
Yeah.
contend with other guys. It's
Dude,
just.
when
two
did you
girls.
become like super based?
What are you talking about?
Dude, you like, I was watching your Mika's rhetoric coverage for reasons other than me finding out what you said in it because it was good.
What about you
And you just
kissing Mika's
mauled her.
rhetoric?
Yeah, you mauled her.
I think that you guys would make a good couple.
All right, I don't like this line of questioning. I prefer my line of questioning. That
I
doesn't
think it's a
involve
weird line of questioning, too.
hypotheticals.
You know, she's a nice. You're 20. You say you're 29. She's a nice young 23. That's a
Listen,
good age.
I don't want to date a potential future teacher. I'd prefer dating the teacher who's 25 years old, just to be clear.
Maybe you just wait a couple years.
Dude,
And
no,
then you
but
can go on
if she
this way.
keeps making these videos about fucking Palestine, who knows, dude?
Is she making more videos? Still?
I hear they
Nicholas?
don't hire people who make extremely safe takes and videos. You
It's
know?
possible.
Oh,
It's
no one would hire me. I only make extremely safe takes and videos. Like calling everyone a fucking goober.
really possible.
Oh, and definitely shitting on people who, like, have their friends cup their nuts when they're doing invasions. And they just go gank crew, but they do it shady like. Fuck those
I personally
bitches.
only would hire people that make safe takes on videos.
I need people who make radical takes in videos. When they say stuff like, "Hey guys, I think that foreign conflicts are bad." You just don't know if they're.
I don't think she went far enough. I think that she should have called Ethan a baby killer.
Well, isn't that's Gila's job, right? Apparently.
I guess so. That's terrible.
swallow
That's
them?
terrible.
The things that they've
those
been
are my
saying about
Jewish,
her-
Those are currently my Jewish kings and queens right now.
It's crazy because the things that are like, we got a bunch of shit 5 years ago for saying fucked up stuff about Hila, and we absolutely did. Not you and
About
me,
who?
but me and my community. We said bad
What,
shit about
Hila
Hila.
and Ethan?
Yeah, we said horrible stuff about Hila. 100%.
Terrible.
This is why I don't think
Terrible.
I'll ever be like friendly with Ethan, and it's totally fine. But like the stuff they're saying about her now by the people who like criticized me for doing that back then is really funny. Like
Yeah.
all these people like Nick's an anti-Semite for covering Ethan Klein, and now they're saying that she's like a Hamas baby. Well, not a Hamas. Sorry, if it was Hamas, they'd be defending her. She's an IDF fucking assassin murdering children or something.
Terrible. Well, it's honestly, in my opinion, even if she did that, they're sending me Teddy Fresh, so I think it's okay.
I forgot you got the sponsorship. Good for you.
I'm not in a sponsorship, but they reached out and they were just like, "Hey, I think it's about time we send you stuff." I'm like, "That's fucking awesome."
Dude, you got a care package.
Yeah, it was really sweet because they messaged me and they asked if I would like some, and I was like, "Yeah,
I'm almost done
absolutely." And then
reading.
they asked if my wife wanted some too. So that was, I mean, I like.
Dude, you
I
know what
like-
the most Giga Shad shit you could do possible is? And listen, I love Ethan and Hila right now. You should
I'm
go.
I'm not gonna shit on the care package.
No, you need to take the care
right.
package and then immediately gift it to people on Skid Row, like Hassan did, in like a shot-for-shot
terrible.
recreation of the Hassan video.
What color are the people on Skid Row?
Dude, I hear there's a lot of people cosplaying zombies on Skid Row. It's a cool American
Oh,
activity.
shit.
You know, they're all in on it. They just they enjoy cosplaying zombies on Skid Row.
Yeah. I don't really know. What is that? Like a bunch of
It's fentanyl.
fentanyl guys?
Yeah, it's a
I
fentanyl.
can give it to
There's a
fentanyl
fentanyl
guys.
crack.
I was
Send smiling
gonna send it
friends.
to
Yeah.
Gaza. I was gonna send it to Gaza so that the Hamas can steal it from people.
Do you think
instead of
that
giving it to their
Frogan
own
could
people.
maintain peace in the Middle East if she was deployed into Gaza?
Well, she's done a good job maintaining peace in the Middle West of Michigan. So
Dude, I've never seen such a famous 100 viewer streamer.
it's interesting. I was on Twitch and for whatever reason she was recommended to me. So I watched her stream for a little bit and it's just her watching reality TV and then doing her eyebrows and I was like, all right, I mean whatever people enjoy. I guess,
found
at
out
some point.
Denims does a full hour of music and then just plays the news while she's not there as like an intro for her streams.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I don't
Like, you can either go to YouTube and just go look at the Al Jazeera stream itself or the router stream itself, or you can go to Denim's chat or Denim's and just like go watch it there. But, you know, seeing as sometimes she'll talk about other stuff. Wait, Based Pope is hospitalized? God damn it. Well, I'll be wishing that one and his kin well. Under his papacy, we've seen a lot of progress done for underserved people and reparations for the victims of assault. God damn, why do all the good ones have to get hurt? It's so bullshit.
Like their rhetoric. You know, I like Mika's rhetoric, of course. I don't want to insult you, but I can appreciate the grind, the lazy grind, you know? Like I'm always about catching a bag. So good for them for doing like absolutely nothing and making money.
Okay, Steam maybe?
That's funny. Last time we spoke, I was a video essayist. Now I'm also a reactor.
I know you went from hating reactors to becoming one. It only took a little bit of time for you to melt into the dark side. What happened?
It's honestly, I just wanted
Okay, wait, this is an hour and 30. There is no way I can get through this here. This is going into it's stuck in my watch later. There is no way I can attention that much.
The battle AI in Generation 1 can make some very bad decisions, and sometimes it selects moves that can even soft
Like, I will
lock the game.
have that
Today
on.
we'll be analyzing the...
I will have it on while I'm working tomorrow or something, right? And it'll keep me company while I'm like doing other stuff. It'll be there when I'm doing the dishes, when I'm making brekkie fest. When I'm fucking all of your great grandparents. No, I know.
AI in Generations 1, 2, and 3 to see if it's as bad as everyone remembers. So let's go back to 1996 and see what kind of AI you can make with duct tape and safety pins. The AI in Gen 1 breaks down across 5 different categories, and the first we're looking at is the simplest, Wild Pokemon. Wild Pokemon are incredibly basic as they select their moves at random with the probabilities being roughly equivalent, and they have 2 quirks shared by all AI-controlled Pokemon we need to look at, PP and empty move slots. Each of their moves has unlimited PP, so they're free to spam them as much as they want, but what if a move slot is disabled? If the AI decides to use a disabled move, it will run the random move function until it selects one it can use, which is also true for empty move slots if the Pokemon doesn't have a complete move set. And since we're on the topic of move sets, let's look at how the AI learns moves. As its Pokemon gain in level, the moves fill up the slots until they're full, and if it needs to learn a new one, it deletes the top move with the remaining ones being shifted up and the new move being added to the bottom. But what if it already knows the new move? Looking at a level 42 Jolteon, you might expect it to know Quick Attack, Double Kick, Pin Missile, and Thunder Wave, but these aren't the moves it would actually know. With its starting moveset, we see that when it hits level 8, it will replace Tackle with Sand Attack, then skip Thunder Shock and Quick Attack since it already knows them. Double Kick replaces Quick Attack, and Pin Missile replaces Thunder Shock, so when it learns Thunder Wave, it gets rid of Tail Whip, leaving it with a slightly different moveset than you'd expect. This sequence holds true for most trainers except for a few that sub in different moves, and with Wild Pokemon taken care of, we're now ready for the Trainer AI. Trainer AI makes up the remaining 4 categories, so let's start at the beginning with Category 1 trainers. Much like Wild Pokemon, these trainers will select their moves at random, but they do have the extra ability to not use a move if it would be redundant. So if your Pokemon is already paralyzed, the enemy Pikachu won't choose to use Thunder Wave again. This brings us to Category 2 trainers who have an interesting feature where they check out this video's sponsor, HelloFresh. If you've ever stared into your fridge not knowing what to make for dinner,
So hold on. They have their little QR code thing there if you want to help them out. I'll get you the timestamp to their little QR code thing. I'm just gonna say the service is, it irritates me. Okay? My ex wanted to use it once. There were many a times where they'd go out of the way to ship something with dry ice or what have you. And it would show up, and guess what would happen? The dry ice would have melted, or if it got stuck in shipping for but a day, then everything goes off, and then you have to contribute to food waste, haul it outside on your own. Like, you can go to the store, not pay shipping, and do the same shit yourself. And recipes aren't exact. You can fudge shit around. Like, it's your kitchen. It's your thing. You figure it the fuck out.
have a single feature
You
that
make it how you want.
differentiates them from Category 1, And that's what they do on turn 2. Category 2 trainers will prioritize
fine.
setup moves on the second turn, with setup moves generally falling into 3 categories. Moves that have an effect on the user or target stats, damaging moves with a special effect, and healing moves.
Nope.
So why the second turn and not the first? This feature was likely intended to be used on the first turn, but the developers possibly fell victim to an off-by-1 error. There are lots of ways this error can occur, but a common method is when someone forgets that
I like playing Dark Souls, and Helldivers is kind of mid. I like Drova, currently. I like Elden Ring for the PvP. In terms of shooters, I'm really not finding anything that I'm really liking right now. You know, like, I like a good tactical shooter. I kind of miss Rainbow Six Siege, but I also don't like Siege, right? Like, it's fun, but Siege with the homies is hard to get organized, and Siege with casuals is like just call where you're going, just make valid call outs. You know? I don't know. I genuinely have considered going back to Battlefield 2, for fuck's sake, just to like, you know, do some shit. I don't know, like Fortnite, I'd only play no build, period, because like I just want to do like shooting paradigm accuracy and improvement stuff anyways. And so, meh, I don't know. But I like the PvP in Elden and Dark Souls 2 and 3 right now. That's really fun.
computers start
Mostly living up 3 because 2 has, sorry, because Elden is like the gank crews are fucking weak.
counting from 0, so by
They'll like, okay, even if you bow to a motherfucker and you think you're about to duel, watch that Commodore Azure come at you. And you know what? Fuck it. Then you have to like deal with people. And then you find out the gank crew only wants to do anything when they're, you know, a pair or a trio. And it's giving pathetic. But you know what? We move.
entering the number 1
It's
for the turn
okay.
the AI should use a setup move, the game will actually read that as being turn 2. There are lots of weird combat bugs in Generation 1, but those are beyond the scope of this video, and it's now time to explore the hardest AI that a trainer can have, Category 3. These trainers prefer to use moves.
Honestly, I didn't even see people like doing gimpy shit in DS3 until kind of recently, and so it was my little refuge from people being assholes. Little bitch fest, by the way. But like, I don't know. I genuinely don't want to play Fortnite that much, even if it is no build. I don't know. I like my shooters more realism based.
Moves that are super effective and avoid moves that aren't very effective, but this doesn't come without its own bugs and problems. In the any % glitchless speedrun, Nidoking is the preferred Mon with a typing of poison and ground, but when you get to Lance, his Dragonair will do something funny. The AI sees it has a move which is super effective against Nidoking, but there's a problem. The move is agility, which deals no damage, meaning it prioritizes a move that will never deal damage. When it comes to not very effective moves or moves the target is immune
That's
to,
pretty.
the AI discourages them if it has other moves it can select, with these alternatives existing in a hierarchy. Super Fang is at the top since it always deals half of the target's remaining HP, then come moves with a set damage followed by Fly, and it ends with moves of a different type even if those are
No.
also not very effective or would have no effect.
Oh, hell no. Call of Duty? Oh, hell no. That's not realism in a shooter. That's a fucking cartoon-ass motherfucking shooter if there ever was
In the
one.
spirit of Gen 1, no
Nuh-uh.
trainer AI is complete without a
I don't even like hero shooters also. That's kind of the thing. You know? I don't know.
bug, and Category 3 trainers will sometimes select a move they consider to be super effective against dual types even if the secondary type
Like,
nullifies.
I tried Fortnite and Apex, and I genuinely have complaints about both. Rainbow Six Siege is kind of lame. Legitimately, Ground Branch and the... Hold on, let me just show you really fast. Store page, copy link, let's go. This is closer. It's getting closer to what I want to play. This is finally a teeny bit closer. But I don't know many people that play, so I don't have, like, a crew of goobers to go do shit with. Like, selection of your loadout, weapons, you get your primary and your secondary, you get your headgear, and you go with what you selected, and you're kind of just stuck in it. I don't know. Like, no, I genuinely like tactical shooters in the realism front. Call of Duty is bullshit. And Fortnite's too cartoony. Overwatch is cartoony and hero shooter. None of it just hits for me. I don't know. Like, you want to catch me on a shooter? It'll genuinely be a slow churn tactical shooter. Like, I want my decisions to matter. I want my positioning to matter. I want to be able to do long, medium, and close range things variably. I want to be able to have it be reasonable when I do so. The maps on COD have historically been too small and based around close quarters combat. For Fortnite, the attempt to make a large field has been kind of meh because, again, cartoony ass shit. You take a lot of damage. You can like chug things to get your health, which is weird. No, I want people to bleed out if they get tagged. I want them to suffer for it. Right? Like, I want your decisions to have consequences, like heavy ones. Here, you can look at this with me. I want your decisions to suck. Is it just a cinematic trailer? Because I will get rid of you. Oh, well, fuck that cinematic trailer. Oh, you're just a showcase trailer. Get the fuck out. More like old school Rainbow Six. Not Siege, because I'm bitching about Siege. I mean Rainbow Six 3. I mean like old Rainbow Six, when it was actually a tactical shooter, not a hero shooter. Not when it was some cartoony, lame-ass, disassociated from reality-ass hero shooter. Back when it was good. I want people to be punished for positioning. If I don't reposition after making a noise, I want to be clamped down on from positions I can't keep an eye on. I want things to suck. I want that grind. I want it to make me better. In this capacity. Where you know it takes 2 shots to kill a person. Or 1. Time to kill should not be anything over 2-3 shots. That's what I'm getting at. I don't know. It needs to... Y'all should be able to die in a video game in like 1-2 shots. Because you do bad positioning and it should suck.
The damage bonus. This is due to the table the AI uses to look up type effectiveness. Take the example of a Victory Bell and the AI having a Pokemon with a poison type move. It would see from looking at the first type that poison is super effective and decide on that move, but since the second type is poison and it's stored later in the table, the AI never sees it. So Victory Bell only takes neutral damage despite the computer thinking it's super effective. Category 1 through 3 cover almost every trainer, which leaves us the gym leaders, Elite 4, and a couple sneaky trainers with special AI layered on top of them. One of the biggest advantages these trainers gain is the ability to use items. With Brock, it's quite simple.
Like, I'll play Helldivers with Vest sometimes, but like... Blah.
As he'll full heal any status effect you afflict him with, but the Elite 4 are a bit different. Lance has a 50% chance to use a Hyper Potion if his active Pokemon is below 20% of its max HP, but Agatha has a slightly different ability. While she does have a high probability of using a Super Potion, she does have a small chance to switch out her active Pokemon mid-battle. On the extreme end of switching, there's the Juggler, who has a 25% chance of switching out their active Pokemon, which they can do 3 times on each member of their party. And there's also a bug with how the computer uses items and switches out. Normally, if a player takes either of those actions, it will always happen first no matter what move the AI selected, but the AI itself doesn't gain priority when using items or switching. This means it can take a hit before using an item or switching out, and the bizarreness doesn't end here. When an
my gosh, no, I haven't I'm just gonna put this out there because it's on my mind. I haven't played a single Call of Duty since Battlefield 2142. The fields in Battlefield are really long and rewarding. Like, I legitimately want people's sniping opportunities to be that of which they might have 200 meters to go down. Honestly, Arma was okay, I think, for me. I'm pretty sure Arma was okay for me. Right, was it Arma, or am I misremembering? Which one started off as a source engine mod and made it less suck? Which was the one that started off as a source engine mod? I don't fucking remember right now.
AI decides to use an item, it still runs the calculation to select a move, and it will respect the priority of that move when it uses the item. If its active Pokemon is slower than yours, it will act second, but if the move it would have selected is Quick Attack, then its priority is bumped and it acts first. The last bug we'll look at is Lorelai's Dugong, as it was so broken in red and blue that it required extra code in yellow version to fix a soft lock. If you have a poison or fighting type Pokemon and use Rage, you'll continue using the move until you or the opponent faints. And since Dugong has Rest, a psychic type move that it sees as being super effective, it will use Rest in an endless loop if you're too weak to kill it in a single hit. They fixed this in yellow by adding code that give it a high chance to ignore using a super effective move which prevents the soft lock, which brings us to how the AI selects a move in the first place. Every move starts with 10 as its priority, then calculations are performed depending on what categories the trainer has applied to it. For a trainer with categories 1, 2, and 3, it first checks to see if the target is statused, then adds a +5 to any move that inflicts a status if the target already has one. It then looks for a setup move and gives those -1 if it's the second turn, followed by type checks giving -1 to super effective and +1 to resistances, with the lowest priority moves being selected for use. And that's it for Gem 1. The key takeaway here is that complexity was added incrementally by layering small changes onto the AI, but it was easily exploited due
like in looking a little bit like if you legit just die in one shot because of bad positioning, that is way closer to what I like. Like, right, I want your bad positioning, your shitty time to acquire a target, your shitty pull time to be what kills you and me. I want my team to fall apart brutally over the littlest moments in time. That's what I like so fucking much. Like, honestly, I kind of wouldn't mind Tarkov if it weren't so weird. You know? Like, Red Orchestra's older, but maybe. Okay, anyways. Like that kind of shit, or this type shit, right? Like, if only Tarkov went on Steam, then I wouldn't be so bitchy. I'd rather people die in one hit, or very few hits. Like, I don't like this bullet sponge ass, you have an overshield bullshit. Like, we're not playing Halo CE. Get the fuck out. Die quick, die in a hit. That doesn't count. Whatever. See, it's not my preferable way to go about it, but it's like, it's something better than nothing. It's a little closer. Yeah, like, I haven't played Tarkov since I did with, like, a person a while ago. Yo, Vest, you wanna play Tarkov? I like shooters where it's punishing. I just, the bullet sponge overshield bullshit just is never my vibe. I don't like it. It's too wacky, it makes no sense. It just seems kind of fucking lame.
due to its simplicity.
Now, if you like it, that's great. If you love it, that's better. But to be specific about what I like, yeah, that's closer to it. You don't think I have the patience for yours? What, you mean you're not just gonna let me post up in the grasses and, like, try to acquire targets slowly and then reposition only once I've shot? But I'll play it like Sniper Elite, but with more caution and mobility. I also like close quarters shit, but, like, I have a preference to ranged shit, but I have no problem doing close quarters nonsense. How the fuck do you play Tarkov?
And rather than add more patchwork fixes to this system
Make it
like
make
they did in
sense.
Yellow, Game Freak overhauled the entire system for Gen 2. The first thing they did was fix the priority issue when the AI tried to switch Pokemon or use items, so they'll no longer take a hit when selecting those actions, but the biggest change by far is the battle system. For Gen 2, they took the idea of layering features on top of trainer AI and turned it into a customization machine. All trainers now share a basic AI, and to give them different battle strategies, developers drag and drop other layers onto them that alter their behavior. In total, there are 10 different layers
What? What do you mean? Invisible like water?
Trainer can have, and the smart layer breaks down into 65
Yeah,
different...
just explain what you mean. Just explain what the fuck you mean. Yeah, no, I love slow, stealthy, and considerate play. That is fun. Like posting up with your crew to where you have your spotter or multiple people running in with their guns, and you just fucking take out other people when they make themselves available in ways that don't compromise your position. And if you do, you should die. Right? Because that is actually how I play games. Like, the fuck? The fuck? Out-stealth people, outmaneuver them, faster time to acquisition than them. I haven't touched it in so fucking long.
Sublayers that activate if the AI
And
has
I barely fucking touched its ass.
certain moves, but before we get to those, we need to look at the basic AI. Wild Pokemon and twins will select moves at random, but for
Fuck
every
it.
other trainer, the root of their decision-making
Why
stems
can't they put Tarkov on Steam? Is it because they'll take their money?
from the basic layer. It works by assigning priority scores to moves, with each move having a base score of 20. It then gives plus 10 to any status move if a target is already
It's not on
statused,
Steam.
then
Hell no.
finishes
That
by
would not
giving
be the
plus
case.
10 to any move with a special effect that won't do anything, or will have a bad outcome. So it won't heal if it's full HP, and won't use sleep talk if it's awake. The basic layer can be summarized as trying
might
to
give it a
eliminate
whirl again.
redundancy, but on its own, it doesn't add a lot of complexity to the AI. To achieve that, the developers add layers that run on top of the basic layer that give trainers
Oh,
unique
and like water, adapt. Also, like water, adapt. But that's about it.
flavor and capabilities. To see how this works, let's look at two examples, the bug catcher and a
Oh my gosh, do you have one of the things that looks at where your eyes are while you're playing so it can like position your head?
boss
I forget
trainer.
what these are
The
called.
bug catcher has two additional
There's,
layers
like, too
above
many
basic,
kinds.
setup and status, with it running through the checks of each layer before selecting a move. Let's say the AI enters a battle with Butterfree using this moveset, and its opponent is a Haunter. Given that Haunter doesn't have a status, the basic layer doesn't discourage the use of poison powder, and it won't adjust any of the other moves. It then runs through the setup layer, where it has a 50% chance to give -2 for stat up moves and a 50% chance to -2 stat down moves while on the first turn. Otherwise, it has an 88% chance to discourage stat moves. The
I
stat
swear to fuck I was gifted this game.
layer
Can I
is applied
get my
next,
password
where
back?
it gives +10 to any move that won't
Can I
affect the
reset my
player due
shit?
to typing, so it gives
I was considering getting back onto Star Citizen. Alright, let me try to forget my password. Let's see.
+10 to tackle and poison
Did I play
powder.
on somebody
This leaves
else's?
Psybeam and Swagger at 20, but let's assume the setup layer succeeded in its check for Swagger and gave it -2, so Swagger would be the move
I either
selected.
played on
There are
someone
two
else's
things worth mentioning
or
about
used a
this.
different
There's
email than
something
what I
called
was
the first
thinking
turn
of.
clause that
So
adjusts
that
what the
sucks.
AI interprets as being the player's first turn. Let's say the player switches in a new Pokemon and uses an item.
That'll take
the
a
AI
while.
doesn't count this as the player taking a turn, so the next turn would be that Pokemon's first turn as far as the AI is concerned. The second thing you might be wondering is why didn't the super effective Psybeam get prioritized above Swagger? And that's because none of the bug catcher's layers tells it to. That feature is reserved for the types layers, which is applied to some trainers. This brings us to Bosch trainers, who have 6 layers stacked on top of the basic layer. 2 of these we covered with the bug catcher, so let's look at the others. The cautious layer tells it to discourage moves with residual effects after the enemy's first turn, with the first turn clause being in play, with moves like Leech Seed, Poison Powder, and Mist falling into this category. The aggressive layer slightly discourages damaging moves except for the one that deals the most, with 2 caveats. It won't adjust the priority of moves that deal no or variable damage, and it won't adjust reckless moves either, with these types of moves falling under the reckless category. The risky layer is applied to moves that are one-hit knockouts. If there's an alternative move that can knock out the player, it will greatly encourage that with -5 priority, and if the player's HP is full, it won't adjust a risky move. If the target has taken damage, it then has about a 1 in 5 chance to greatly encourage a risky move, and when calculating knockouts on moves like Explosion and Self-Destruct, it doesn't factor in crits or max damage rolls. This brings us to the Smart layer, which as I mentioned previously, has 65 different sub-layers that only activate if the Pokemon has certain moves in its moveset. Obviously, that's too much to cover here, so let's look at an example using Golem
That's what's
versus an
up.
Arcanine. We'll assume it's beyond turn 1 and that Arcanine
I mean, let's be honest. You don't need people. People suck. That's cool. I'm trying to like remember if I played on like my own account or someone else's, and I'm really thinking much like DCS, I played on someone else's account. So I'm gonna go ask a friend who currently plays, and if I
has
can just
taken
like
some
get that
damage,
gifty.
and after the basic setup and status
hold
layers
up,
have
I'm
run their
doing
checks,
this.
we're at the following priorities. The cautious layer doesn't affect any moves, but the aggressive layer adds +1 to fire punch and defense curl since they don't deal the most damage, and it ignores self-destruct since it's classified as risky. The risky layer itself has
Yeah,
a 1
but
in 5
he'd just
chance
come to my house and like he stayed at my house for a while.
to greatly encourage self-destruct. So
So
let's
that
say
might
the
be
check
why.
fails and does nothing, which brings us to the
No,
smart
no, bro, like literally stayed in my house for a bit. That's why.
layer. The smart layer has specific logic for self.
Like, he stayed in my house so much, I got to play with his VR shit and his controller, like his joystick and throttle for. He played DCS. I played KSP. I like space.
Destruct, where it +3s the move if this is its last Pokemon and the player has multiple Pokemon left on its team.
So I'm just gonna
if
ask
the
a
AI
homie.
has more than one Pokemon left, it
And be
skips
like,
that check and instead will +3
"Gives
the
this to
move if the
me."
player's HP is above 50%. But if the player's HP is between 25 and 50%, it has a 92% chance to add the +3. Since the player's Arcanine is at 80% HP, Self-Destruct gets a +3, which means that Earthquake will be the move the AI selects. For Generation 2, the devs focused on giving each trainer group their own identity through customization, with the system being incredibly robust in how it can be applied, as they no longer had to worry about making
There.
patch fixes.
I asked the homie. They and I have been like in a friend group of the motherfuckers for quite a long while. And I feel like if anybody is gonna remember if I played on other dude's account, first off, it's gonna be them. And yeah. I don't know. Like, if you're in a friend group, you probably want to be me and do that me type shit. Less bullshit. Don't don't make people hate you is the real goal to that, and just be kind and patient, and then occasionally ask the homies if you can play their Tarkov account.
To bad AI habits, as they could just remove problematic layer combinations from a trainer to eliminate undesired behavior. However, just like they took their favorite part of Generation 1's AI and built the system entirely around layering, they did the same thing for Gen 3, eliminating the layer system and creating a smart AI for all trainers that works based on the moveset they have. All trainers now run off of a smart AI, and aside from move selection, it had a lot of functionality added around switching Pokemon out mid-battle and after a KO. In the event of a knockout, it will look for Pokemon with types that are super effective against the player, and then derank types that it's immune to or that it resists. Mid-battle switchouts, on the other hand, occur in specific situations, so if its active Pokemon has a perish count of 1, or the player has the Wonder Guard ability and it lacks a super effective move, it will look for a switchout. This helps the AI survive in bad situations similar to how a human would play, but where this generation gains its real competitive edge is in how it selects moves.
Or I'll just ask them to send me that dank Tarkov gifty. You realize I'm just gonna, like, ask for both, right? You realize I already have, right? You realize I want to shoot them too, right? Okay, cool.
Smart AI has 6 basic checks it runs through when appraising a move, and in this gen, the
This
move
used
with
to
the
be kind
highest
of
score is
okay.
chosen instead of the lowest. The first thing it does is ignore
Is
and
it still
discourage
shitty?
moves that would fail.
Sorry, did it go shitty rather? Did it go shit biscuits? Is it shit biscuits? 2023. Ooh, what you doing? What you doing? Experience the authentic Cold War combat and join the boots. Boots and boys. Brother, you realize you can load assets, right? Oh, Battle Eye? See, I would tolerate Battle Eye for this. Hold on. What the fuck? 39 for oh, it's the deluxe edition. I was about to flip my shit if it was a $50 game and like this was like 62. I was about to die. Ooh. Load assets, you egregious prickety prick pants. Anywho's, I'm pretty sure the first Arma I played was the one that was a mod. And I haven't played them since then. But like that's the kind of shit that I'm down with.
So
You
fighting
know?
moves on a ghost type or using Earthquake on a Pokemon with Levitate would both fall.
The 2142 was fun because time to kill was still pretty quick. And like, yeah, you had like heals and etc. So it was still kind of class based, but like it wasn't egregious, right? You didn't have some bullshit overshield, and you didn't have people doing some weird ass bullshit.
into this category. Next, it looks for a kill,
Yes, I'm
with
that
any
bitchy.
move except explosion getting a +4,
About
and
my
priority
fucking
moves that
video
can kill get an
games.
additional
God damn it,
+2.
right.
If a move can't achieve a knockout, the AI slightly discourages it as long as it isn't the highest damaging move and hasn't been previously discouraged or is power 1. The next check is performed 69% of the time, with status, power 1, previously discouraged, and the highest damaging move all getting a bonus if they are doubly super effective. In the other 31% of the time, priority isn't adjusted on these moves, and in this gen, the AI now observes PP, with any 0 PP move getting a -100 to its priority. That's quite a bit
Nice.
for the smart AI, and those are only its basic checks.
Nice
Almost
improvement.
every move has specific logic that it runs through to determine priority, so let's look at a few interesting ones.
That's a
Health
start.
restoring moves get
I like it.
-3 if the AI is at full HP, but if it's below full and is faster than the target, the moves get deranked even further. If it's slower than the player and its HP is 70% or higher, it has a high chance of discouraging the move. But in the small chance that check fails, or it's below 70%, it has a high chance of encouraging it. Moves that provide a turn of invulnerability are quite interesting, as the AI will watch what moves your Pokemon uses and remember them. So if it knows your Pokemon has Protect or
That's
Detect,
nice.
it will give these moves -1 and not run the additional checks. However, if you've never used those moves, it has a 69% chance to +1 them if any of the following conditions are true. It's faster than the player is badly poisoned or leech seeded, or it's hailing or sandstorming and the AI is
Okay, that's
immune to
kinda
the
cool.
other weather effect. And you did hear that correctly. An ice type will try to stall with these moves in a sandstorm, the same with ground and rock and hail, likely a bug or oversight by the developers.
still good
the amount
logic.
of moves
It's
we
not
could
good
cover
logic,
here
but
is
it's-
endless.
It's not good logic, but it's interesting improvements from older generations.
And remember when I said the
Cool.
lair system was eliminated? Well, it turns out it wasn't entirely destroyed. In particular, the lair it applies to the biggest change in this generation, the doubles battle, as it has some odd quirks. The first check concerns using moves on an ally, so Will-O-Wisp and Toxic are greatly encouraged on a teammate with the Guts ability, provided it isn't statused and has high HP. The next check evaluates skill swap, as an ally with the Truant ability will be greatly encouraged to be targeted, and allies with Thunder in their moveset while the user has the Compound Eyes ability will also be encouraged as skill swap targets. If it's considering the player as a skill swap target instead, it will be highly encouraged if the user has Truant, and slightly encouraged if the target has
Sad.
Shadow Tag or Pure Power, otherwise skill swap receives no changes. Earthquake and Magnitude are quite interesting, as they will only be slightly encouraged if the user's ally is immune. If it's super effective against them, it gets highly discouraged, otherwise it's at -3 priority. It's also highly discouraged from using an electric move if the target's partner has Lightning Rod, and the final check it runs is if the AI is statused and doesn't have the Guts ability, in which case it discourages Power 1 and status moves and
It's guts. Put the gut sword down, you goober.
encourages the highest damage move as well as other damaging moves. Like Generation 1, the AI also has a bug
What
when
the fuck?
evaluating type immunities. Take Girafarig for instance. If the AI is a ghost type, it won't see that Girafarig is immune to ghost attacks as something breaks when it looks at its secondary type and it forgets that despite Ghost being super effective to Psychic, its normal type has rendered it immune. And that's it for Generation 3. Now that
That's
we've seen
actually
how the
fucking
AI
beautiful.
works in the first 3 games, we can answer the question of how bad it was. To casual players, you likely noticed the many problems with Generation 1's AI and may have even used exploits against Lance and Sabrina. So while this iteration may have gotten the job done, it did have many noticeable flaws. Generation 2 solved these problems by and large, and while it did have some lingering bugs from Gen 1 and new bugs of its own, like full heal not curing Nightmare, the AI worked well when selecting moves. However, each trainer group did battle in similar ways since they shared the same AI layers, so we got more strategy diversity overall, but not much within groups. Generation 3 was where the AI brought different strategies to every trainer as their moveset dictated how they battled, so 2 bug catchers could execute entirely different strategies depending on their team. So when it comes to the question of how bad was the AI, the answer is okay, better, and good, except in double battles. It's really amazing how the AI changed in the early days of Pokemon.
No, Vess, I'm not watching a movie clip on stream. I'm not getting the whole stream DMCA'd.
But at least it doesn't cheat like in Mario Kart 64. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next exciting episode of Abysoft Z.
This really nice phrase. You see this really great paragraph, and you get swept off your feet by it. Again,
Uber.
use it if you want, but you got to put it in quotation marks, right? The first example I'm going to show you is from a student who basically plagiarized for that reason. It's not totally unintentional, But I don't think he went into writing the paper intending to plagiarize any part of it. He just got swept off his feet. He was writing this paper about the national park system. America's system of national parks is one of this nation's greatest contributions to the world's cultural.
I've never gone on a vacation since joining the workforce. The second I do, I want to go to a national park. I've never had a single fucking go out of my like area vacation since I started working. And I started working pretty fucking young.
And natural resource heritage. From the huge 12 million acre Wrangell St. Elias National Park in Alaska to small but significant historic landmarks, battlefields, seashores, or monuments in every state of the Union, the park system protects our national treasures and allows people to experience and learn from them. But as our nation grows, the National Park Service's dual purpose to both protect these resources and to let people have access to them has led to increasing friction and conflict, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well written. I'm not sure I would have put a paragraph break there. I probably wouldn't have put started a sentence with, but there's some things that are sort of conventional with maybe journalistic writing and other things rather than academic writing. But it's well written. There's not a punctuation mark out of place or anything like that. And this was a really good student. He got A's on all the earlier assignments. This was his final paper. And he was really a talented writer. I think he actually wrote for the school newspaper. So even the things that were kind of different about it were things that I recognize as being part of newspaper writing and other styles of writing than academic writing. But I did ask him, I said, this is just really great. We love it when our students write this well. We don't usually expect you to. But if this is yours, that's great. You're doing a great job. And he said, yeah, it's mine, it's mine. But at the end of the quarter, I decided I had to double check. And I found the book. America's System of National Parks is one of this nation's greatest contributions to the world's cultural and natural resource heritage. From the huge 12 million acre Wrangell St. Elias National Park in Alaska to small but significant historic.
I wouldn't even say that the book has it written well, yet is very flowery and wordy.
Landmarks, you see it, right? It's exactly the same all the way down to where I have the enclosed highlighter. So I called him in and I said, so, dude, what happened, And he said, it was just better than anything I could write. And I challenged him on that because I don't think it was that much better than anything he could write. He was a good writer. He was going to write an A paper anyway, right? And he said, yeah, I probably could have even done something more interesting than that, but it was just fast and easy. And so he admitted it. It's hard not to admit it when you've got the evidence right there in front of you.
And you could have been deceitful. We've seen people like in the middle of doing egregious shit and they still double down and they're like, nah, bro, I'm legit. I know, it's like commendable because people could still try to lie, which is really weak. Do better.
Like the fast and easy way, but this was a guy who was bound to get an A in 102 and move on, and he ended up getting an F in 102. And this was a long time ago. This was 17 years ago, actually. Embarrassing to say. And this was when I taught at a semester system college. He had to take English 102 over again on a 16-week quarter. It's not the fast way around, right? So the easy way, the fast way can end up backfiring, right? An hour to write as a passable
that sucks.
Introduction versus 16 more hours of sitting in English 101. 16 more weeks, sitting in English 102. So a couple of quick things to notice too. He does cite Lockhart, page 3. This is the foreword from Lockhart.
Yeah, but your citation shouldn't be the whole of it, right? Like, brother, when you say you're citing someone, don't only use their work. Like, put it in quotes, put an asterisk by it.
It's Lockhart, page IX, though, not
Through and
page
through.
3. If we see Lockhart, page 3, down here, we assume the only thing that is being used from Lockhart
is this quote.
Is that last sentence, and the only thing being
Also, look at this trailing quote. Because they've got double and a single quote. Oh, never mind, I see. There's better ways to do that.
quoted is what is in quotation marks, right? Realistically, he could have, let's say, theoretically, quotation mark there, and IX here. It would have been excessive quoting, but I would have known he was struggling with an introduction. It wouldn't be illegal.
And it wouldn't be plagiarism.
It would be, 102 level writing to start with a 2-paragraph introduction, but it would have been legal. Realistically, if you're going to use that much from an author, you should introduce the author first. We know everything between, where you mention the author's name the first time, and the page number comes from that author and that page, and anything in quotation marks is from that author's actual words.
That's so fucking sad.
There are only, I don't
That
know,
is
I mean,
so weak.
he did cite the source correctly. And I had a student say, well, that was kind of stupid, to plagiarize a source and then actually have it in your bibliography so the teacher can find it. But especially with the internet right now, I can know whether any source has ever had a page 3 or whatever that is written about the national park system in the English language. I have access to the Library of Congress. So people used to make up sources, just kind of throw you off track so you couldn't find the source that you plagiarized. You can't do that anymore. I might not know what you plagiarized, but I know that you made up a source that doesn't exist. Because I can sit at my office and I can find that out in 5 minutes flat. It only took me, 10 minutes to document this, and I had to run up library stairs. These were the old days where you had to go places to actually get to sources. I didn't have a whole lot of sympathy for that student. This one, this one was kind of heartbreaking to me. So this was a student. She was a double major in nursing and criminal justice. Great career plan. She wanted to be
Oh, dude, they make you pay to change regions? That is so nasty.
a nurse
Yes,
in
I'm
a
like,
correctional facility.
just curious.
And she wanted to write a paper on HIV infection, on AIDS in the prison system. Okay. And she wrote this great paper. We'll jump down to where the plagiarism is. Here's what she wrote. And we'll talk about this because part of her plagiarism is a definition.
But when you say almost all occurred in prisoners with a history of drug use, you should actually provide the data that you're looking at also. So on 2 counts, not just plagiarism, which is like going to get pointed out by this lovely person with the outstanding hair and the very pretty earring. However, my pedantic ass, you don't just say almost all cases have occurred in prisoners. You say in a study of X number of prisoners, we observed that number Z also had comorbidity of intravenous drug utilization, and thusly we are able to state that it appears from the writer's context and opinion that it is a correlative effect from here. And you need to be fucking specific. Yeah, try harder, get good.
Talk about how that can happen. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome.
And this is from a bitch that literally couldn't manage through high school. I was in the children's hospital most of the time, and you can eat my asshole. And then for college, I kept testing out of shit. And so it was really boring. Nothing felt exciting enough. I just needed more engagement with more stuff to shove into my brain for edification's sake. And if it was too slow, I just couldn't deal. I hate that shit. I want interesting constantly. And after testing out enough, they didn't have a place to fucking put me that was relevant to what I wanted to do. So I just went and got a job.
AIDS is a disease that destroys the body's immune system.
Community college. Saved money.
Those affected with this condition are rendered defenseless against a wide variety of infectious ailments that are not usually harmful to people who possess a properly functioning immune system. In the United States, AIDS first appeared among gay males. Shortly thereafter, cases were reported among intravenous drug users. Among inmates, however, IV drug use is the key risk factor for developing AIDS. Almost all cases have occurred in prisoners with a history of drug
You're not talking about your study in any capacity, and you also need to cite the data that you're referencing when you make that accusation.
use.
Garbage.
Because
Fucking garbage.
correctional institutions
Garbage.
contain a large number of inmates who have a history of IV drug use, and because homosexual behavior is a reality in jails and prisons, it has been feared that these facilities will become breeding grounds for the
Like, in 2025, is Tarkov just full of hackers still? Did that ever get cleaned up, dude? Like, just asking for a bitch I hate. Like, is it still shitty for that?
Again, nicely written.
I know a lot of shooters are, but is it to the point where it's fucking egregious still? Did they actually do an innovation to clamp on it? Because that would be curious.
I love that
I'm not
definition
sure.
of AIDS.
Alright, let's go
probably
lookies.
the most stylistic,
Let's go laugh.
stylish,
Let's go
rather,
die. Trying
definition
to laugh.
of AIDS that I've ever heard. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. AIDS is a disease that destroys the body's immune system. Those affected are
Honestly, I still think that if they're picking up the way that Steam does it, I'm here for it because you can do heuristics to see how they do it, and then make proactive systems. Yes, but you can also like get them dead to rights.
rendered defenseless against a wide variety of infectious illnesses. It just really clarifies
Looking,
what
hold
AIDS
on.
is and how it functions.
I'm just seeing if it's like gonna come up on like the top
Also
thing.
with her, I said this is really well written. It was a step up.
Oh yeah, because we remember, didn't we even watch the Wiggle people together?
Hey there, buds. Some people
Hey there, bud. What you doing?
showed up, and I watched the cheater destroy them. I went to the roof to see what he would do, and he was stuck in a healing animation.
I'm like spazzing out right now.
Oh, like, can you use your gun?
Even cheaters can get Tarkoved.
No.
Another player rolled up, and I died to him. And if you question if that wiggle was completely random, he sent me a message in game after the fact. Cheaters changed.
I like, honestly, knowing about this still, I swear to fuck, I would just wiggle for the sake of being a fucking shithead.
Their names all the time. The next day, he had already changed his. What's so brilliant about the wiggle is that it shows the other hacker that I cheat. If they respond to it by wiggling back, it confirms that they have ESP. And that's what I wanted. I wanted them to show their hand. In the hacking community, a wiggle is a form.
Of course I wouldn't do dodgy shit. I just know that wiggling exists and what it's used to communicate and would do it to be a shithead. Like... I just want to be a shithead. I want to fucking troll the fucking cheaters.
Form
What do you
of
expect?
a truce, a peace offering. Armed with this new information, I went back into Raid to track down.
Anywho's.
Tarkov is overrun with cheaters. Why do they cheat?
Not
what makes
based.
them tear apart the game we all love? Today,
'Cause they're
we dig to
shitty?
find an
Shitty
answer,
goobers?
and it might be more than you're ready for.
Wait, Toast is getting
that
fucked?
suddenly Toast never used to really deal with, that he's all of a sudden dealing with this wipe, is he is being hunted by rage cheaters for, I mean, this is the first I've ever seen him repeatedly deal with these low hour accounts and rage cheaters.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. What the?
Oh my gosh. Do you just have to have the external cam so people know you're not doing weird cheats? Because I can respect that. Like, especially for high-level gaming where, like, people get accused of cheating for their acumen. But, like, is this what we're seeing here? Is that they have to, like, have a camera on their screen? Goddamn. Also, they need to take a fucking note from fucking One Topic, who has the, like, there's the webcam, but there's the above the OT screen, which is, like, blurred to shit. And it's, like, hella responsive. Like, it looks so fun. Holy shit. One Topic top cam. It's, like, actually so cool. Oh my gosh. Can I just find this? Because I know he does it on stream a lot, but I don't know if I've seen him do it on a VOD ever. He's a
This has
fun
just
goober to
not
raid
been
into.
something we've seen before with Suddenly Toast. He's always managed to find a way to avoid them and get away from them or survive them somehow. And now
It's a
we're
nice
going to
setup.
see Suddenly Toast actually dealing with cheaters in Escape from Tarkov for the first time that I've ever seen. And me and my
Just
community have
repeated
investigated
bitches
this guy
coming at
for a
it.
long time.
So the wild thing is, if it costs them $50 to get the game, you'd expect that they're fucking like scamming cards to get the game or doing some fucking dodgy Roblox hotel bullshit to get the game, exploiting child labor or some shit, doing some weird type shit, bro. Unless people really find it worth dropping 50 just to fucking troll somebody.
This wipe, these deaths that he's having, this is a first, gentlemen. This is a first.
It's frustrating how I can't get this overlay to show me up yet.
What's the shifty? I love. Is this camera to prevent cheating? Like to identify that you are not cheating? Is that what this is for? Why do they have to do this? It makes sense and I dig it, but it's like, especially in high level play, I get it.
Okay, guys, I've been meaning to make this video for quite a while. I have been quite busy the last couple of weeks. I gave an overall explanation on a video that I posted. I'll have it at the top of the video. Ever. I've never told people saying the things that I say. I've never been a channel who has slammed BSG or told people not to play Tarkov. I've always been relatively...
I mean, if you're cheating, maybe don't play games. Maybe play Clash of Clans. You can spend money to win, and you don't have to worry about getting banned because you spent money. And then no one who likes playing shooters has to deal with you. And no one who likes to speedrun has to deal with you cheating or editing or splicing or some bullshit. Your shit together. Just stop playing games. Just admit that you're not gonna do it and just stop. Just fucking quit. I mean, or you can just struggle it out and be bad. I'm bad too. Come struggle bus it. But goddamn. No, I'll tell people who are cheating to leave games, even games I'm not playing right now. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them.
Positive about the state of the game. I've always gone out of my way to point out positives and tell people they should play the game. However, right now is the worst state I've seen Tarkov in ever. I've never seen it this bad. It is horrendous right now. I'm sure you guys know that are watching this. It's terrible. Okay, I'm going to show you.
We won't just take one person's account for it, of course, but this is fairly short. Seems interesting.
The times where it was better, and then I'm going to show you leading up to now where it's terrible. So the very first thing we're going to get into for me to explain this to you for why the game is in this current state is going to be bans. And the way the bans work, whether they be manual or via a detection or a ban wave through BattleEye. Now, there's two types of bans. There's manual bans and there is a...
You'd really hope that BattleEye still collects systems heuristics even if it doesn't act on them immediately in a way that allows it.
A ban wave or a cheat detection.
Video unavailable.
Or a BattleEye initiated ban wave. So now when you see these ban numbers over here, you'll generally see the larger numbers are from ban waves via BattleEye. Now what that is BattleEye detecting a cheat, and then they place the detection in the game, and then they let the cheat users use that cheat for a month, and then they'll do a ban wave, and anyone who used that cheat in that time plus the periods before, they will get banned. Private? That's how they get their...
Yes, it's marked private. That's why someone can't see it.
Biggest numbers. That's how they ban the most accounts.
You can mark it unlisted.
It is the most effective way to ban cheaters. A lot of people have a bad opinion on ban waves. However, they are extremely effective. There's no doubt. If you see these numbers, if you look at them...
ban waves to save player bases.
Red is ban waves and green is manual bans from BSG. Now, if you've watched my channel over time, you will see when I post a video.
Also, you don't get banned for being a terrible player. You get banned for being a shit kicker and a motherfucker and a goddamn fucking asshole that should uninstall the game and cheating.
About a ban wave, and I'll show the particular cheat that was hit with the ban wave. I'll show the comments from the cheaters and what they're saying and what's going on in those particular communities. And yeah, it's usually chaos in a cheating community when a ban wave hits.
I do occasionally stare at communities that do dodgy shit just because I'm curious to read what they're doing. Yeah. The vital of this thing is I'm sure that the developers of games also stare at them.
Communities just implode when a ban wave hits on their cheat. They all get banned. They're all scrambling to get accounts, and a lot goes on.
Well, it was good while it lasted. Bitch, how was it good? You're a fucking garbage.
Now,
Player, a garbage player. You're a lovely person because you live and breathe like the rest of us. But you're cheating at a video game. The alternative is just accepting that you suck and just moving on with it and sucking 2% less tomorrow. Just like find a little bit of why you suck, practically grow as a person and a player, and stop being a fucking little bitch all the goddamn time. Fuck it, I hope your discords get banned too, so you can't talk to your two friends. God damn it. Fucking
the reason
weak-ass
it's
bitches.
really bad right now is because
Goddamn
I'll show you guys the numbers
troglodyte
real quick. I'll
fuckholes.
pull these numbers up. So what I found here, what I found is, let's just go off 2023, for example.
It's less stuff
okay?
happening.
2023 alone, these numbers are just rough. They're not perfect. They're
Well,
just...
also, they're inverted when you get to this one, so... I feel like this is cumulative year, and this is waiting for rollover. And if we look at that way, it's like an eighth or a sixth of what we might expect come cumulative year totals. So I feel like this might match this over time.
Just rough. They're the best information I could gather. They're based off a few different...
Okay, bitch. Okay. What the fuck are they doing? Like, how are they moving? Like, yeah, they're panicking, but like, the fuck do they think that's supposed to do? It's so lame. GG. Well done. See, this is what I liked doing on most games. I like my long-range shooting, which also means you can't play on small-ass maps like Call of Duty, which is fucking only close quarters and medium range, and they're like, here, have a sniper rifle for Call of Duty. We'll let you shoot 50 meters. Hey, Call of Duty players, Hey, Call of Duty players, you wanna shoot 50 meters with a sniper rifle? Doesn't that sound so good? Doesn't that sound so brave? You Call of Duty players, you want to shoot somebody 25 meters away with a sniper rifle? Does that make your pee-pee feel big? Okay, good. Okay, that's also gonna be talk shit on. Hey, Vess is shooting people like 50 meters away. Why are they so poorly contrasted? Ew. Why in fuck's hell do they think that's a good place to sit? No, they were poorly contrasted. Look, hold on. Was it here? It was one back. Oopies. Okay. I get that they think they blend in here, but their lighting is weird. If they just stood still and took it slow, bro. If they just went slower. If they just had patience and they checked around before they fucking ran. And then this person, that's fine. They, like, with the rocks behind them in their outfit, they do an okay job at breaking up their shape. Whatever. That's just hilarious and close. And yes, I see what you're sniping with. No one cares. It's like you're precision shotgunning, you're not snipping. And of course they go to the old snipping nest, but they shouldn't go on it. They should get vantage on it, confirm you're not there, Because, like, also I don't really like strategies that expect players to be terrible. Like, bro, why the fuck would you expect that someone who shot you from that old nest is gonna still be at that old nest? Like, they don't need to do that. Like, they can get an appropriate angle on it from other places and validate this. They don't. What? Okay, this person, they were not raised right. They have their body out on the edge of a rock. They are sticking out like a sore thumb. They are not raised right. This is very sad. It's like when people in animated films or in movies, they put their rifle out the window, and it's like basically the movies are teaching them how to get caught. I do like that a lot of ignorance in terms of public fucking knowledge basically goes by like misinformation from mass media, polygraphs being efficacious, bullshit. People doing that where they stick their fucking tip of their gun out of like, bro, that's weak, honey. Go back into the darkness. Goober. Who the fuck sticks their shit out? Did I hear the ground around you get tapped? Are you getting shot at too, bitch? Because that would be funny. Oh, that's hilarious. You missed the one that would have been easy, and now you have this shit going on. That's funny. Also, can't they see where the bullets are coming from, bro? You could just bust to the fucking cover. Don't tell me there's someone up there. Don't tell me they did this too. It's like they're expecting someone to not be behind them. This is like silly. Expect that you're... What the fuck is wrong with this player? Do they realize they're doing it so wrong? Bro, like what their head contrasts the sky. Are they fucking... What? This is how you don't do it. Ever. Please don't stick your head out like that. Please don't contrast against the sky. Please don't expose yourself. Please don't be bad. Just be good. Oh, they're trying. They were like closer back before they repositioned. That's a start. That's not terrible. See, I'm not going to talk shit on everything ambiguously, but they like started off under shade, not by the edge of the rocks. They were really trying. That's what's up. We like to see it. And see, they even like happened to be fortunate to have good cover. That's okay. Please don't go back to that old spot. Jeez. What the fuck is wrong with them? Okay, this is dirty. If this is not your teammate, this is peak dirty. Do not ever go to the edge of a rock to shoot. Do not fucking ever. Holy shit. What the fuck? Is this the same person? Because this is the same shit tactic. Nice fucking elevation catch. Good on you, bro. How is it a common sniping place if it is actually garbage? They contrast against the sky. Are common people bad? Are they terrible? Do they just wake up in the morning sucking ass today? Dun 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 dun. Unbuns, like, for fuck's sake, this is so... You're shooting them in the knees, bro. You know where they're headed. At least they were doing better. Okay, that's weak. GG. They had that coming. They had that coming the whole way. They had that coming so hard. They're trying, but it's still not great. But, like, honestly, they have more control over the contrasting elements behind them than the person who stuck their nose out across the fucking clear, fuzzy white sky covered in... I say clear, but then I'm like, the sky is so white, covered in clouds. Yeah, sure. What the fuck are they doing that they need to be by the water for? That's weird. Okay. Okay. Slurpentine. Good job. Good on ya. Mid-placement for them. I'm sorry. When I got the full context of where they're positioned, this is just fucking pathetic. I hope they keep growing as a player. At least they're not cheating. That's the point that matters. But that's a terrible place to be with a gun. Your head contrasts against the fucking dirt. Like, brother. Mid as fuck, but you know what? We'll take it. At least they're not cheating. That's funny. Good job. I hope you get shot for that. If you know people who like playing video games and any of them do this Simba Mufasa top of the mountain bullshit, please hit them with a bullet in a game. That is so weird. That is also so weird. What the fuck? Just be good. Good on you, Vess. Outside of, like, hitting the person in the shins 7 times, probably just out of spite and malice. Because it's kind of fucked up, bro. That's how Hank Hill's dad became a dick. Good job. Good on ya. That one was well maintained. Good on ya, bud. Good, good, good. See, better maintenance of the contrast around them. Like, it's a start. It's like better positioning because you picked a place with better contrast. Was it perfect? No, but it wasn't this. Yeah, but that happens in like every game. You've seen what happens on my screen in fucking Helldivers. Fucking Terminids glitching out of the ground, like gyrating that booty. See, that's okay, because if you're gonna advance, that's appropriate. This. If you're gonna advance, this. They're pushed against the back. Yeah, you hit them, but who cares? Here's the good part. They're not up against this. They're in shaded area, pushed against the background. Ain't perfect. But you literally can't see their face against the skybox. Which is perfect. And actually an improvement. Watch your glowing glasses, bitch. I love policy days.
Things, and they're rough estimates. They might be wrong, they might be out.
But here's the thing. Jan to July, Jan to Jan. You literally got a fraction of the year's worth of bandwave data here. And you'd expect it to be 4 to 8 times what you see here because you don't have a large amount of data because the year hasn't ended and you can't map it out till December.
out by
And then come December, they're just gonna fuck up again.
couple of thousand,
Fuck
but
it.
they're relatively accurate. Now, if you look at January 2023, the start of 2023, they banned 42,500 cheaters. Okay, that was in conjunction with BattleEye and BSG
Does Kharkov run good on a Steam Deck?
doing
I
manual
wonder.
bans. We saw ban waves
Oh.
and cheat detections in that time, and then again in July to December, 46,900. They're banning around 90,000 accounts per year in 2023. Now, then you see 2024 come along. See January.
Make me laugh. Dance, bitch, dance. Yes. But this doesn't, like, this supersedes Potato in that you have built-in FSR in GameScope. So GameScope's what it uses, it's a Wayland-based compositor, so it allows it to do HDR. Like, legitimately, thanks to Valve, people who use Linux are getting HDR support. Finally. And you can thank Valve. Also, AMD giving us, like, they've always loved making custom shit for people. They're doing it. NVIDIA is in talks now. So NVIDIA might become a little bit less anti-consumer. And then you have NVIDIA and AMD both able to be competitive on both platforms. Because currently, though it sometimes is, NVIDIA is like quick to make their drivers harder for you. Not that it should be, the hardware is still capable. But the proprietary drivers they choose to release as software sometimes sucks ass. They got this going at 45 frames locked almost. 22 seconds late, 22 milliseconds latency is not great, but it's on a Switch dock too, that's so weird. 40 outside, 47, 31 when you get into high shadow contrasts, 20 drops are not that great for a Steam Deck showcase. No. You'd probably want FSR. I know. It's very mid, but you know what? I'm guessing they didn't FSR this. You have to applaud the bravery of someone going on reserve using handheld PC. Yeah, but here's the thing. There's stuff for the Steam Deck where even I break out the wireless keyboard and mouse. Like, I like the controls on it for a lot. I was playing Starbound off and on today. I played it during lunch. It was really calming. I thought I had therapy today, but it's not today. And so I ended up, like, butting that up against lunch anyway, and then I was like, I'm playing this game. Fuck this. Dude, the frames have been like 20. I think it's like fucking VMIM leak, because it's had like 20 frames now.
January to July. Now, in 2024,
Not sure.
from
That's what I'm
January to
thinking.
July, BattleEye went absolutely insane. Now, the number one sold cheat in Escape from Tarkov is the GOAT cheat. That cheat had 2 back-to-back detections, 1 month after each other. And both of those ban waves, as shown here, where are they? Yeah, as you see here.
1 month after
it says
another.
here 2 months after each other, but I think it was like 5 weeks. It was around that. It was very close. It was very close. Whoever got
They cleaned it up in post, it's fine.
banned in the first ban wave, whatever of those guys.
It's 517 and 315. They did clean it up in post though, so they do care about being thorough and accurate. It's sometimes hard and you misspeak when you're saying something live for the recording or you write a script, I guess. So you know
bought
what?
that
We're not
cheat
mad.
again and used it
Live
again
with it.
in that time. Got banned straight away again also. It was insane. It was funny on the second ban wave. I'll try find the email that I seen in the cheating community. I'll put it up on the screen now. The cheat was sending an email to all of its users in the hopes that they would return and purchase their cheat after a second ban wave in 5-6 weeks. Anyway, so this was...
Just don't cheat. Bro, why do people have a fucking need to cheat? What the fuck is
prime
wrong with
time for BattleEye. This was,
Like, just don't
they were
suck.
going insane. The game was quite stable. I remember hearing people complaining about the state of the game then, and I remember at the time just thinking, you guys have no idea. The game is actually in an incredible state. We saw all the features just getting pulled out of cheats. All cheats were just turning into basically walls. No cheat wanted to risk having any features in them, like loot through walls or speed cheating or You know, you had these little gimmick things come along, like vacuum cheating, and even speed cheating got completely removed from all cheats at the time. Like, this was prime time for BattleEye and for Tarkov, in my opinion. And I did say that in my videos, and the comments were insane. So you just have this insane time from January to April in 2024 where BattleEye just goes crazy and bans 80,000 accounts. Okay. Now, from about April 2024 up until now, BattleEye has not done a thing. There has not been a ban like there's been.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This quantity that it's more than the arms race for whom can anti-cheat versus cheaters. It looks like you might have saturated them, right? And then when you come to the 2025 one, you're only getting a small segment of the year, so you might want to like put a projection down or at least show how multiplicatively it is in line with our expectations. Because I don't know.
Nothing. Now you see this 26.
It's not BattleEye, these are manual ones, right? And so we would have seen, you know, I don't know if it was the 28 or the 80 or the 40 or the 46, but like it's not terrible for an early year assessment. It's not garbage, right? Like it's 2025. This is literally January to January. It is a 1 month snapshot and 11K people got popped. There's 12 months in a year. Let's lowball it and say even if there's fucking just 8 more series like this, they still match their 2023 targets. Let's say it's more and it scales appropriately. They're going to likely exceed you could expect that they might get within a few 20,000 of or exceed these targets. And we want to see how that pans out. But it doesn't seem hopeless.
6,000, that wasn't one single ban wave. That's two different reportings of manual bans by BSG over a couple of months. Now, this is the issue, okay? You usually have 40 to 50,000 accounts being banned per 6 months. Then we've seen January to April, 80,000 accounts banned. But then from that point, BattleEye just drops off the radar completely for 9 months. The last 9.
Okay, but that's January to July. So what are you expecting?
Months, BattleEye is just not detecting cheat.
Makes us swipe the worst we have seen in a long time.
In Escape from Tarkov.
It's 1 month of data. This is July to December at 28. January to July is 40. Hold the front fucking door. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fucking months. This is 6 months at 40,000. This is 6 months at 80,000. This is 1 month at 11,000.
It is
what
doing
the fuck are we
nothing.
mad at?
There's been no cheats getting detected at all. There's been virtually every cheat in Escape from Tarkov right now is they're just piling all the features back into their cheats. I even saw just today that
you better have an update.
A new way to drop restricted items that can't be dropped in raid is now a cheat feature also. There's just so many features that are coming back that never used to be a thing, or if they were a thing, they were removed and now they're coming back again because BattleEye is just doing nothing. Nothing is happening. So that's the main issue.
This seems like a very hyperbolic gamer take because this is a 1 month snapshot. This is a multiple month snapshot. This is again a multiple month snapshot. So I don't see how this 1 month projection is as meaningful. The reintroduction of old bugs is a thing that happens in like emergent code bases, and also is a thing that people fucking around might find a new way to implement it. They might have circumvented an older detection means. But that doesn't mean that the same artifacts that we're looking for as people may not be present. Respect and love to this person. Thank you for the outstanding data. But
right there is BattleEye is just not detecting cheats right now. The last 9 months, that has been the case. Now, I have
okay, they aren't presenting this in a way that makes the most sense right now. Because I'm willing to take it as maybe they've got some bullshit cooking that I just can't see. But this is a 1 month snapshot.
Had Air Wing Marine.
This is the final end of that year. Battle Eye runs in 6 month swaths. You also would expect if the same number of cheaters were present, which I'm not saying they are, that they lost in this time. They have to wait for their cheater paychecks, I'm sure. And also, if it is legitimately people trying to wait till they have access to exploit stuff, first off, it behooves Battle High to aggregate indicators of compromise, or rather, indicators in the behavior of the cheating shits to drop it. It's a 1 month snapshot, and it's already in line with what you'd expect for like a whole, like, okay, that's 6 months. This is 6 months, right? This time 6 would be 66,000. I'm not saying it'll be linear like that, but it's been a fucking sixth of the window. Counterpoint, no one is playing, so probably that is a lot. 2 lighthouse raids. Majority of people who kill me are sub 300-hour accounts that are high level and clearly have game knowledge. Either they're cheating or their cheating main accounts got banned. You know, or they're smurfing and they just wanna fuck with people. It's Battle you're not playing for Battle Eye anymore. Sorry, it's BSG not paying for Battle Eye anymore is their theory. Because Battle Eye still works on other games. 2 nights ago, I was on a server run inside a shopping container. At construction on the streets, I looted a jacket and the new G15 marked room key. The one over the vets. Jacket inventory still open. I quickly screenshotted the key and alt-tabbed to Discord to make my buddies jealous. Before I got back in, PMC suddenly just appeared in the window in the container outside it. Quickly went to switch back to Tarkov, but he 2-tapped my scav and killed me. That's a skill issue, buddy. I'm sorry. You should not have done that. Or you made noise. Like, honestly, bro, you walked up to it, picked it up. Like, what the fuck? That's an irrelevant complaint. That is you advertising your skill issue and your impulsivity. You couldn't just wait 2 seconds to tell the homies on Discord till you achieved it and got somewhere that wasn't actually about ready to get gunned down? Ugh. That's just lame. That is lame. That is so lame. One sec. Okay, sorry. I got this. Trying to like hold my water between my thigh and my like little tuffet pillow. This shit's hard. But you're just bad. No real man ever. I mean, but this bitch right here will tell you you're fucking garbage sometimes. Spokesman in a few comment replies he got extremely salty because I asked why people play this game. There's so many cheaters and scams, and he called me a moron and jackass. He also got mad because I replied and told him he wouldn't blow smoke up my ass. I never seen anything so furiously defend cheaters in my life. At this point, I can't say whether it's because his career is on the line or the guy started cheating too. It's very speculative. I think cheat devs go on a roll over Unity, specifically older versions, like what Tarkov is now running. So maybe they already had everything in place for Unity 22. There's obviously a huge supply of hacks for EFT today, and from the 8th grader burner account to the money-hungry Karens to the invincible, undetectable streamers. There's something for everyone. It's disgusting. The state of cheats in FPS games is horrendous. And it's not just Tarkov, though everyone points at that as the biggest example. Developers don't care. And they paid over and over to, like, again, when they ban cheaters, they have no way to buy a new account. Sorry. Developers don't care. And they get paid over and over again when they ban cheaters because they have to buy a new account and spoof a new address, and it's incentive for them to just blanket ban them all So they just sprinkle a few here and there and call it solved. Sad. Maybe. There's also speculating about their intent, though. So it's like, it's an analysis that might be accurate to the systems, like me saying that fucking my hyperbolic ass saying that it seems like Bethesda might be getting a cut out of Nexus mod since all their fucking games require community patches distributed there, and Nexus mod sells ads and fucking accounts too. But that's a hyperbolic gamer take. It's not like accurate and based in anything we can validate. Rogue Android. Nope, sorry, because accounts still have to have been bought from BSG in the beginning by the people selling them. They don't just magically make accounts and they get, yep. BSG ran out of money. They're running a free trial of anti-cheat right now. Okay, that's funny. Bullshit, because we don't have any validation, but funny. Yesterday for cheats was the worst day ever for cheating for me in years. And I really got a single raid. I find it funny. Airwings says he sat down in some Discord and never downloaded cheats or harasses people, but failed to say at all. I see it as that he has done, sorry. I see it as he has or does cheat and just doesn't harass people. Killing boss is basically impossible. First kind of I reported an aimbot cheater to BSG, and they didn't ban him. The guy was naked except for an RFB and a 16x scope. But I mean, if you're not trying to lose your other shit, that sounds kind of clever. Kinda. Wouldn't be surprised if you get DMCA struck by them. Honestly. Someone attests to saying they cheated for 2 weeks. Like 4 wipes ago. Got video. They say they're a terrible person, and they know they're a person. All people can grow. Always. Anyone who does it habitually has a serious underlying personality issues and they feel bad for them. No, they don't have serious underlying personality issues. They might have a habituation to liking to do something in the reward system based around it. But I still call them a bitch-ass motherfucker and tell them they should go suck fucking asshole in the fucking corner and go uninstall the game. I can have some understanding and empathy, but I also think they can go fuck themselves. I also like gamifying things and getting joy out of it. Like eating pickles on stream, I think. I don't know. Then they wipe the fully upgraded hideout, and they also wipe out of PMC. Wouldn't even get rid of cheats. They're the source of revenue, so unfortunately, maybe. But I mean, so yes, it is, but it's not like you can infer their intention. You're just projecting with how you process data. That is you putting on blast how you problem solve. It's not their shit precisely. You see the pieces at play and you then just assume that, because that might be what you're used to seeing, but it doesn't make it accurate all the time. Exploding cheating is a good place and respectful thing to do, but what's the insane victim complex, dude? They will try to silence you again. I mean, like, man, come on, stop with the main character syndrome. Makes you sound kind of ridiculous. It's great to see the title on this video. Thanks. Cheaters connecting. Cheaters. Connection glitches, sound glitches, rubber banding, getting one shot by AI scavs through body armor. Last wipe was better. I hope they initiate a ban wave really soon. Based in tepid take, we like it. Not only cheating, lag, stutter, freezing, packet loss, desync. Everything is horrible. I've been playing since late 2018, and this is the worst patch. They simply don't care anymore. They might care, but you don't know what their code base looks like. You don't know these things enough to make that a statement. You can't assess their internal state. You can make comments on their business decisions, and you can say the patchers are fucking sucking dick, but you can't, like, assume how they feel as people, right? Okay, good. Thanks.
Put out a tweet and call me a liar and say this information was wrong and that he does all the same investigating I do. And I asked him if he was going to prove this. He said no. He said he doesn't have to. Just said I was lying and showed no proof. And I'm still hoping he will show proof that I'm wrong. He hasn't. He refuses to, and he won't. So who knows? I guess Airwing Marine knows something we don't, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope one day he shares it. So that's the issue right there. That's the main issue in my mind, is cheaters just are not being banned in the last 9 months. You're getting manual bans from BSG, but that's the people that are going blatant. It's not much. If you see the average cheater, previously, the average cheater would have under about 500-600 hours. Now, the average cheater has anywhere from 100 hours to 1200 hours, and that's because they're just not getting banned. It's quite easy to go under the radar right now and closet cheat and get away with it. It's just, that's the state of the game. That no cheats are being detected. Only manual bans are taking place for people that are just outrageously cheating, like people that are virtually being silly and being manually reviewed and banned. In saying that, we'll move into the next part of the video that I want to talk about. The methods of cheating that are currently in the game. We had a long stage where all the abilities that cheaters had were stripped away from them just because of how dangerous it was for these cheats to have all these features. A lot of cheats stripped themselves back, and all these people that were using these cheats were just walling, and it was very dangerous to do anything other than that. Now, because BattleEye's been out of the picture for so long, virtually every cheat, it has just a massive list of features. So you can bet if you're in raids with these guys, it is going to be extremely difficult to kill a boss. It is going to be extremely difficult for you to get good loot. Now, BSG did do a good thing about 6 months ago, and they randomized loot inside of containers, so cheaters can't see loot inside containers, and that is still the case. However, a lot of these cheats now have speed features. They can loot through walls. They can, it's just all these features are back. They have a whole list of things that they can do, and even the people that are closet cheating now, if they're in a raid and they see the boss spawn, what's stopping? They're just going to turn their speed cheat on, fly over there, quickly kill him, snatch the loot, and get out before you even get to the boss or even know the boss is up, because there's no detections right now. They're all doing it. They're all getting away with it. So if there's an expensive item in a particular building and you're there, well, guess what? It's unlucky for you, because that guy's going to fly on over and you're just going to get shot in the back and gunned down by a 100-hour account who has a 4 KD and has died 200 raids in a row. There's nothing stopping it until BattleEye steps back in and starts doing these ban waves and detecting cheats again, and that goes alongside with the manual bans. The game is just going to be extremely unstable. BSG really needs BattleEye to start detecting cheats again. I don't know what's happened. I don't know.
Or they need a different anti-cheat that isn't necessary. Honestly, still, I'm not for kernel level anti-cheats, period. I still think that Valve does it better, where they will just, like, you know, look at the fucking metrics of all the players and hit them with ban waves like that. That would have caught the wiggling. It would have aggregated all the wigglers. It would have gotten the systems for which they do shit. It would consistently be killing it. And it would branch when things change without having to do very intricate analysis of people's systems for indicators of compromise, looking for individual cheats, but could rather look at the artifacts of them, which is a little bit less bullshit.
What
But, you know,
has
that's me.
made BattleEye stop detecting cheats in Escape from Tarkov, but something's changed. It's not good for the game. A couple other things I want to quickly get into as well is the fact that cheaters, anyone who gets banned can just buy a Russian account now. They did find a way to stop that, and now that's back, so accounts are super cheap. There's the thing I hear all the time is, why don't BSG hardware ban? It's because they like cheaters. No, hardware bans don't do anything. It's free to evade a ban now. It literally does nothing.
Yeah, you can also, there's a lot of shit you can do. Hardware shit, like those IDs would change going from Windows 10 to 11. And otherwise iterating through is trivial.
They are hardware banning. It just doesn't do anything. It's not stopping people from...
Yeah.
They have a lot of different types of bans. They have hardware bans, IP bans, loader bans. They have the lot.
Honestly, just do what FromSoft does and give them like a whole different server for the cheaters.
and it is just not
That way
working.
they can cheat against each other and leave everyone else the fuck alone.
Because it's just so easy to evade a ban. I was DMCA struck by BSG for explaining that there is free open source programs that you can use that have been around for years, and you can evade a ban for free in Escape from Tarkov completely for free. And I'm talking loader ban, hardware ban, IP ban. It does all of it completely for free. That is why bans aren't doing anything. And then they're getting these super cheap $14 Russian accounts, and they're just doing it again if they get banned. And the issue is they're not getting banned at the moment, and if they are, it's not doing anything. It costs them $14 to cheat again. So that's the issue in Escape from Tarkov right now. The best I can explain it, that is why the game is in this current state. Until BattleEye comes back and starts detecting cheats again, BSG is, and it's a credit to BSG, everything that is happening in the game against cheaters right now is all BSG. Okay, yes, BattleEye is probably still detecting some old cheats that are detected from a while ago, and occasionally banning people that do dumb stuff and things like that, but it's like the majority of the workload is on BSG right now. They are doing most of it, if not all of it. Close to all of it. That is the state of the game. I will update when it changes, and it's just the way it is. I would, as I said in my last video, I would, if you're someone, I get asked this all the time, my opinion is I think maybe give this wipe a miss, because it's just, I've been watching a few streams lately, and it is atrocious. It is just death after death from low-hour accounts that are under 600, 700, 800 hours, and it's always just the same thing. You're getting shot in the back, you're getting killed by a guy you didn't see or hear, who just perfectly maneuvers on you and just kills you in that perfect way that just doesn't make sense. And it's just that over and over and over. So things will change. I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know when. Hopefully next wipe. Hopefully soon. I'll update you all when it does. It is what it is. It is what it is, gentlemen.
So it looks like Tarkov is still fucky wucky. Oops. And whoops. Yeah, I gotta tinkle. And I think, given the time, I need to head off, actually. My deepest apologies. But I hope you're well. We can pick this back up tomorrow if you want to. And then we can also go through the world's some Christian person who thinks they've just proven evolution getting raffle stomped. We can also put in some of the Jesus hotline to laugh at while we're at it. And just, I give the partisan people a lot of shit. Let's give the Abrahamics a little bit of shit too, shall we? With love and respect. I want them all to be well and grow. It's the systems that I'm here to shit on, not the individuals. I love the people. I hate the systems that treat them like shit and levy them to do egregious shit. Alright, my goobers, I'm fucking dipping. I have to piss, and I probably need to accept that I'm craving soup really badly right now. And if I don't get soup inside of me, I'm afraid I might break shit. Sometimes you just want to break shit. Everything is fucked. Fuck. It's just one of those days. But I want soup desperately, or else I would hang out more. Yeah. Peace out. Please be well. Please take care of yourselves. Heart you all oodles. Bye. You outstanding, lovely goobers. May you only find the best in the world. May every day be kind and lovely for you. Hold on. Because I was bitching about One Topic streams being adorable. I'm gonna see if OT is on to rate us there, and if not, then I'm just ditching you goobers for the night. Wahahahaha. Why is this taking 10 years to load? Why is this taking 10 years? Okay. Remind me that next time we're gonna go and remind me that I need to remember what days One Topic is online. And I'm gonna go show you this adorableness that this person does. Also, he calls himself a geezer, and then he gave me shit for calling him a geezer. What a goober. Not even gave me shit, just like refuted the geezernessness after disclosing himself as a oh, how dare. How fucking dare. What a goober snotch. Rude. I'm gonna see if my friend will hook me up with Tarkov. If you watch YouTube or if you want it, I put the timestamps in. Are they ideal and everything? Nope, today I fucked up. But there's the YouTube video. It has the timestamps in it for all y'all if you wanted to go watch a thing that we've watched over again without my obnoxious ass blathering over it. Take care, be well, and thank you all for your presence, time, and just being awesome.